Oh, hi. It's me, the internet. I'm here to play the ninja game. I ain't playing no games, I'm playing ninja game.
Good 100% of the time. Who goes there?
Hey, it's Braden. We're over
Hey
here
guys,
talking about
it's
how overpowered
me.
Haste is. In everything.
I'm here to
Do you disagree? Oh, you're murdering T-Rexes. Or being murdered by T-Rexes.
I've never murdered a T-Rex in my life.
That's the type of thing a guy who's murdered a T-Rex would say. It's Kryle's secondary ability. Not give her one?
Punching.
And she's... Can't equip her when she's dead? Ooh. I'm up to X-Death, Braden.
Hell yeah, you are.
You've heard of him.
Grinding.
Yeah, he's an evil tree.
Did you remember that he turns into a tree before the final fight?
That sounds like something that happens.
Just grows. It's like,
Did you-
and then the tree gets a face.
Did you beat the T-Rex, Braden?
Yes.
Like off stream or what?
No. Last night.
I was not watching last night.
That's fine.
Not fun.
No, it is fine.
Dare you.
You're allowed to do things other than hang out in voice chat and listen to me whinge.
I was playing God of War 2018.
What's that like? Oh wait, 2018. Okay, so you
Yeah.
the one I played.
I was not expecting to play it, but my parents bought me God of War Ragnarok for Christmas. I had not asked for it, and I'm like, well, now I guess I got to play both of them.
It's fair.
It's all right. I like the
Seems good.
I like the gameplay of that game. I fucking hate those puzzles, those chest puzzles where you have to go break pots or ring bells or whatever to open it.
Yeah,
There's so
some
fucking
real-
many of them. That game has such a huge... Let me bitch for a minute. That game has such a huge fucking problem with, like, finishing combat and then you spend 5, 10, 15, whatever minutes running around gathering all the treasure chests and such. And it's all so pointless.
Well, listen, they need to be constantly filling time, otherwise the player might get bored.
I mean, you know what the original God of War did that with? More fucking combat.
Block
Occasionally
pushing
shitty
puzzles.
And occasionally shitty puzzles, but at least it was like different and unique shitty puzzles.
When I am not murdering Greek mythology, I am pushing blocks!
All right, you're through the
Athena!
But I see that we already got a three-way going right now.
Shut
so
the
I think
fuck
I'll,
up.
I'll tap out, not do it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I agree with you, Justin. I wholeheartedly agree that that game has too many combat scenarios. It does not need.
That's not the combat scenario.
Or
it's just
sorry,
the
it has too
puzzle.
many puzzles. Too many shitty puzzles that just fill time.
Yeah, like I don't have a problem with having to, like, with finding equipment and stuff like that. That could be cool. But like, there's so much of it, and none of it feels like it matters or is interesting at all.
And I mean, my problem with it is that like, it's not the combat, and it clearly took less time and effort. And the thing that they spent most of their time on, which was combat.
Well, I have great news. What if I told you God of War Ragnarok is longer than 2018?
Yeah.
Well, it depends
And
how
it's
they
got
make it longer.
more kid talking over you, explaining exactly what you need to do.
Yeah, that's also
Which,
that's
hey,
just an
they
irritating
put in
part
a
of
toggle
AAA.
where you can click a button to make him talk less.
Yeah.
That was their solution.
Or you could just not design it that way. That seems to be a feature of AAA games these days anyway. Like,
It kind of reminds me of, you remember when I know Gino has never played a GTA game, but you remember when like the GTA games starting with 4 would have the thing to where, You have to restart
Oh
the mission from the beginning.
yeah!
And so now the dialogue the second or third time's completely different, and that's how we're going to deal with we don't give a shit about checkpointing.
Fantastic costuming there, Braden. You got so much more jiggle now.
I mean, it
And
justifies the jiggle.
you don't even have to shake the 6-axis.
Game are
Real quick, please shake the
Video-
6-axis.
Video games are
I
good.
can't. I'm using an Xbox Series S
Oh,
controller.
you weirdo.
which game is
Look how less. Okay, it's still pretty jiggly, but look how. See, this is actually giving her support, unlike that military camo.
This doesn't look like support. This looks like Pasties Plus.
which character?
yeah.
This looks like something that Lil Kim would
This
wear.
is
when accepting
Ayane, the
an
purple-haired
award.
ninja.
Okay, so
Purple
she's
Power Girl Ninja.
the one who just had a massage in France.
Yeah.
Apparently, the better playing character in this Ninja
Ah,
Gaiden game.
she-
From what I understand.
So you missed the part where they finally gave me a good boss fight. It only took them, most of the game.
What's the game?
And it's because you're literally fighting a mirror match evil Ryu.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ryu.
Okay,
Oh, I
yeah,
like that Ryu.
but what? Yeah, you're like Hadouken, motherfucker. That's what they say. He's like Hadouken.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
I'm evil.
Anyways, so continue.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like Ryu plays fine, but it's to this game's credit that it's like, actually, what if our secondary characters actually played well instead of feeling like an obligation?
Sword Dance is so good, y'all.
Yeah, it increases Pokemon's attack by 2 steps.
Yes. It's good in Pokemon and in Final Fantasy V.
Stab that dude.
Always be stabbing.
I'm a
Chicken knife,
Put
chicken
in
knife
his
plus
fucking throat.
Temp Tanga, or plus Sword Dance is so savage.
Put that fucking knife in his gullet. You can feel it.
I'm constantly putting knives in gullets.
You can see his fucking whole generation.
So I played the first 2 hours of the Callisto Protocol today.
What was
How
that
was
like?
that?
It's fine.
I hear that game starts well.
Yeah, like honestly, my biggest takeaway from that is like, boy, video games can look really good now.
I heard that everyone's saying this game's disappointing, doesn't really kick in until like the halfway point.
How many hours is it?
Like 12.
Not a lot.
Is it about Dead Space length, like 8 to 12? Or
Let me look it up.
Look up how long to beat.
yes, go on the house.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've all said our piece, so about 10 hours. So Braden,
Okay.
you're about halfway through the game.
I said 2.
Oh, I thought you said 5.
No, I
Oh,
said
you're a speedrunner, so we assume it'll take you 4.
yeah.
I wonder what is the speed run for Callisto Protocol? Speed run. It is. I bet it's like under. Oh, do I think it's under an hour?
Like, let me.
It is.
Go ahead.
It is 1 hour and 57 minutes. So
I bet
just
there are
shy
some
of 2.
sequence breaks. That is my prediction.
Huh.
Fair guess.
So someone's proposing that, and yeah, it's not. Someone said, "Is it possible to beat the game with stun baton only?" And then someone said, "Tried it for 4 days. It's not possible."
Only
So-
4 days? Someone will do it eventually.
Someone put in 4 days worth of work to confirm that you can't just use the stun baton. And
Listen, real gamers are crazy.
yeah, I consider myself a freako, but motherfucker. I play adventure games. The real video game genre.
Real sicko stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so do I. It's fine. I don't know. They don't seem that crazy. I mean,
I remember.
You're not playing the right adventure games.
yeah.
I saw you play an adventure game. You're the adventure game player, right?
Yeah,
Your
that's
thing?
me. I'm the Deep Listens adventure gaming expert.
Did you play Nine Men's Morris in a puzzle?
No. Instead, I
Summoned an Eldritch God?
yeah, a one with daddy issues summoned Cthulhu. Am I right, homies?
Off-brand Cthulhu.
Brachus Rex? No, wait, no, that's Divinity.
Different.
Abraxas
entirely.
Rex.
Where did that come
Braxis.
from?
Yeah, Abraxas Rex. Totally different.
One is an evil god king. The other is, I don't know.
An evil god. King.
Okay.
I wish this thing, like, these enemies should give more experience.
I agree.
Welcome to my TED Talk. These enemies should give more experience.
Oh, look at Gino constantly complaining about the necessity of grinding in classic JRPGs when he doesn't like to grind. Wow.
It's more that these specific
Fucking
enemies
wow.
that I'm fighting are tougher than the ones that I was smoking that gave, like, twice as much as...
I mean, to be fair, one of the things about there are ways to get extra XP and JP in the Game Boy Advance version, because the Oracle class has a has a thing that
Oh yeah, I can enable
gives
XP
you
double.
like 20% more JP.
Which Gino's gonna say that's cheating. It's like it's in the game.
It doesn't help him in a 4-job Fiesta, though, does it?
In some occasions it might.
I mean, you can't use that job, so... Oh.
No,
Yeah.
no. I mean, in the Android iOS version, which I will be playing, you can immediately toggle double EXP at any point.
No, you can't do that.
Yes, I can. It's in the game.
Seems like it's
No.
not in the
You know
spirit.
what else
of
is in the
things.
game? Having
Really?
more than 4 jobs.
Yes. There are a lot of things that are in the game that you're not going to be able to do.
Yeah, but maybe I should be able to play the game at twice the speed.
No.
Yes?
No.
Yes?
No.
I think that's illegal.
Oh.
Yes. Yes?
No,
If I keep saying yes, he'll eventually say yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, no, no,
What if
no,
I
no.
What if I cheated? Oh.
Yeah, what if I cheated? Wait, no.
Oh.
That's very on brand for me, though. Are you asking me to not be me?
I mean,
Yes.
it's for charity. It's
Who-
for the children.
But, Brayden,
Also, what
if
charity
someone
are we
from-
doing?
If someone... Quiet, let me talk. We can sing together, we can't talk together, okay?
Is that an offer we can sing together?
No. So, if someone was going to cheat in the Deep Listens network for charity streams, it would totally be me.
Art. This is not a badge
Yes.
of honor.
I like that you're like, I am of low character.
I would cheat during a charity competition.
I would cheat at charity. People say I'm competitive, but ZDP is like, I'm gonna cheat at charity. Yatsu says, what if I use action replay codes to max out my XP? Oh.
I think that also is cheating at charity.
What if I used a game genie to give all of my jobs level 99999? No.
What if I...
What if you mastered wall running?
Yeah, what if I mastered wall running?
What if, to raise money for charity, we started making hardcore pornography?
I'm gonna
Oh.
fail.
You know, I don't think No. No.
No.
I feel like that would raise the wrong kind of money.
Oh, there's already a movie about that. It doesn't. It always ends up weird.
That's right. Zack and Miri make a porno.
Make a porno. Yeah.
Already
I actually
exists.
didn't think that was I didn't really think that was a good movie.
Weird.
Oh.
Oh,
You're telling
I'm
me
sorry.
Kevin Smith doesn't make good movies? That's a
I'm
Kevin
sorry, I'm
Smith
sorry.
joint, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a.
Can you
it's
run
a-
on the other?
Or is
group
it
of-
Judd Apatow?
Judd Apatow, and it's not Jonah. I don't think it's. I think it's Seth Rogen. Forget who Marie is, who plays her.
No.
But ZP, I'm sorry if I gave you the impression from my sound of disgust that it meant that I thought the movie was good.
Can you just run up the door?
No, I gotta run this way.
If I
can you
gave
go
that
backwards?
impression, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. XXXXY, hold Y. 1, 2,
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
3, yes. 3, 4, ninja.
Or out the door, baby.
Ninjas outside the door.
I'm going to kill this enemy, and then I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go save and call it a night. Nuggets are on national TV today, so I get to watch them.
Oh hey, fucking Stan Kroenke allowed that to happen.
I'm nodding my head.
Dan Kroenke is the guy who owns the Denver Nuggets basketball team.
Sure. Is he a rich oligarch who sucks?
Yeah.
But in a
Oh.
unique way
Oh shit.
for NBA team ownership. More than most.
How
he's
many
currently-
times has he used the phrase "beautiful black bodies" when describing his players?
To my knowledge, none. So I guess he's not as bad as Donald Sterling in terms of being a terrible bigot. His issue right now is that he refuses to put Nuggets on local television unless you have a cable. I think it's a satellite subscription. He won't make a deal so that it's on like the normal channels.
Does he have
Like
any friends
local Colorado.
Can't watch actual Denver Nuggets games.
Fantastic.
You cannot watch them unless you have a
Have I? I
specific
don't think I've
satellite
told.
package.
I don't think I've ever told this story to Gino. But Stan Kroenke got into a duel over stadium dates with Vince McMahon. And Vince
not a
McMahon. Have you
physical
heard? No, not a physical duel. But basically, what happened was that Vince McMahon wanted to rent the Denver Nuggets stadium. And then Stan Kroenke at the last minute decided to charge him 10% more, some sort of stupid shit like that. And so Vince McMahon threw a fit, went into a different stadium in Colorado, refunded everyone's tickets and said if you booked it for this stadium. And then it was a tag team match between the Denver Nuggets versus another random team that was like a local team, or all of the wrestlers were dressed up.
Yeah.
And the team that were the Denver Nuggets, on the backs of their uniforms for these wrestlers, it said, Kroenke sucks. And
True.
of course, Team Kroenke, he lost
Weird.
on
That's-
national
you know what?
television.
It's a level of petty I can respect.
Well, I have great news. What if I told you this man would probably be leading the WWE again? Based on
And-
rumors and speculation.
After a
Well,
horrible
that-
sexual
you know-
harassment.
My opinion on that would change depending on whether he's selling the whole industry to.
Let's say the
Saudi Arabia.
Saudis.
It would be cooler.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, imagine. You know what? Here's the thing, though. If Mohammed bin Salman buys the WWE, that means less money to buy every single video game company I like.
he could probably buy every single video game company you like anyway.
Yeah, but if they bought Capcom, I'd have to stop playing Capcom games. Although then we would get Capcom versus SNK finally.
What we really need to do is just get Microsoft to just outbuy every single company Saudi wants to.
Yatsu makes a strong point. Technically, it's not MBS. Technically, it's the Sovereign Wealth Fund. Those
Uh-huh.
are two different entities.
Definitely not.
Technically not a difference without a distinction. Okay, I'm gonna fight one more battle and then I'm gonna call it.
You keep saying that.
Oh, I'm actually, now I mean it.
I'm gonna
Does that
take
look
one more
fun?
hit, and then I'm good.
The screen says personal growth. You see it. That's what I'm doing. I'm growing. Little by little.
Little by little, as your farm builds up, you can recruit new animals like a gold-green macaw and a tractor.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a reference to the pinata.
Right
Players
now,
can also link up with My Exotic Farm to trade animals. These are the things that live rent-free in my head. Is fucking Nintendo download stuff and Homestar Runner quotes.
There's a distinction, though. SNK is owned by MISK. So apparently, Mohammed bin Salman, there is technically a difference in the paperwork. A loud dirtbag in my chat. So you've sullied this chat.
Wait, Dirtbag was blocked?
It was blocked.
Jesus.
Right, save time. Let me see. What levels are we all at? 34, 33, and 34. Okay, I've got a little bit more buffer now. If I fight X-Death, I might be able to survive an attack.
He was doing quite. All of his attacks were doing 4 digits of damage to you, so.
Now everyone has
Almost.
4 digits of health almost.
Oh,
Okay, I'm all
It's fine.
saved up. Thanks, y'all. I'm gonna raid Arbitrary Water.
hooray.
Thanks, y'all, for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow with some more of this, some more personal growth tomorrow, and then I'll kill X-Death, that son of a gun.
But what will you do after that?
I will start again with different jobs.
Is this hell? Is that hell? Is it playing the same game over and over again? Is that what hell is?
I mean,
Different games
many
because
streamers
I'll have
do
different
that.
jobs. The different
Have you
games,
ever
I'll have
considered
different
that you might already be over-preparing?
jobs. No. I like this game a lot, y'all.
I do. Once again, Final Fantasy V is probably my favorite one. Still. Admittedly, that's because I think most FF games are kind of bad. Or
Are you
like,
saying that I've been playing a bad game the whole time, and
You
you?
said it's literally one of his favorites in the entire series.
I don't know. He always makes fun of me for playing the FF games. He's like, oh, those are mainstream and good.
yeah. I mean, sorry to blow your mind, but people know what Final Fantasy is.
I bet, Brayden, have you played more Tales of games than Final Fantasy games?
No.
All right, now I see your stream. I see you're fighting Cthulhu's.
Just regular fiends.
They look
Okay, answer
Cthulhu
this.
inspired.
Have you played, Brayden, have you played more Falcom games than Final Fantasy games?
Probably not.
So is this Ayane's new outfit?
Oh no, I
No.
can. Oh, we can show you her new
Switch
outfit.
that real quick.
I was just I was like, she looks the same. I don't know what y'all.
I'm
are
gonna
talking
infiltrate.
about.
Look, I'm a master of stealth. They'll be too distracted by my bajungas.
Oh, the jiggle increased when you changed
Yes,
outfits.
yes,
Yes.
it did.
Okay. Okay.
Team Ninja, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Okay. I was
Make
like,
your-
this looks like it did before. I'm confused.
I'm still disappointed. You're gonna do boob jiggle, but not ass jiggle. Like, I want equality here.
I
want
was
equality.
told that in DOA X3, the game that
some
was
ass
too
jiggle.
hot for America, there is
Yeah.
some ass jiggle.
There is.
God bless Southeast Asia territories that...
Like I said, they should just make a male version DOX game with only the male characters from the DOA games.
Relkin's
They all
not
have to
here
wear
to poo-poo that idea.
They all have to wear Speedos or fucking the Borat mankini
Just
Give it to me.
donguses everywhere.
donguses.
Do you really
Give
want to
me man
see
jiggle.
Bass Armstrong's dongus? Do you want to see Bass's
Yeah.
bulge?
You know what?
Just-
Why
just
not?
have-
Why
just
the
have-
fuck not?
Just have Satan from Dante's Inferno as an unlockable
Hell yeah.
character.
Fucking bring Satan.
No, the one from Dante's Inferno specifically
who
is an
cares?
unlockable.
All donguses are welcome.
Big ones, small ones, fake ones.
The
I think you
fucking
sense the proper
politician
path.
guy in that
I was seeing if
GTA
there was a
game.
thing in there.
Okay.
Bring... You know, and... Yeah, everyone's favorite characters from DOA.
Characters whose names everyone knows.
Like Ryu Hayabusa.
Exactly
Actually, you know what?
I am.
Ryu in a fucking, like, really tight shorts, but still wearing the mask.
Would be funny.
I want that. Like, Ryu Hayabusa in a Speedo, but he's still wearing the ninja mask.
He was missing an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
It costs an arm and a leg. Am I right? All right, I'm gonna call it a night. Have a good one, folks.
Alright, bye, Gino.
Your waiter.
See, this is starting to look like a good video game.
Yeah. Yeah, because the part where you're fighting just humans is okay. And then you get to the boss fights.
Or the stealth sequence. Or
Like,
the
genuinely, guess what? The fundamentals of this game are still fine. It's everything else that's the problem.
Yeah.
There we go. And black! Fine, I'm just covered in blood. So the question now is, how do I follow this up? How do I? continue after the exciting world of the Ninja Gaiden trilogy.
I'm surprised that they have. I mean, I guess I'm not surprised because Ayane has always been the one of those that the DOA characters that they always like to connect to Ryu. But considering that, like, Ryu and Hayate's bromance has been such a centerpiece of the DOA franchise, I'm surprised that Hayate has never been in, or a more visible character in the Ninja Gaiden franchise.
Yeah, you borrow his sword in this game.
You're literally in one of the games looking over Kasumi, making sure she doesn't get into too much trouble because Hayate gets kidnapped. Because they're that close of friends.
They're ninja bros.
They're ninja bros.
And imagine if they hung out on a tropical island and did that fun butt bouncing game. Or jet ski. Huh?
Did they ever talk about how Ayane, like, it's a big part of the DOA franchise and they've tried to, like, walk it back, but
talk about...
did the Ninja Gaiden games ever talk about the fact that Ayane is the byproduct of a rape?
What?
Yeah, that's her backstory. That's why they need to kill her, is because...
You mean Kasumi?
No.
Okay.
I was reading the wiki on this character earlier, and yeah, I read that. That she is...
Listen, all I care about is Fame Douglas did a tournament.
The wiki says that Ayame was raped by Raido.
Who is his relative, so it's an incest baby.
Ooh.
Yeah, they really don't want you to go back to that part of the
Listen,
reason why
Tomonobu
Kasumi...
Itagaki is too busy wearing sunglasses and not making video games.
Has he ever been in trouble for stuff?
I mean, so there have been some accusations, let's say, some allegations that maybe he was kind of a dipshit and a chauvinist and probably did some unwanted advances.
DOA has consistently been banned in Australia. I mean, DOA, a lot of video games are consistently
Listen,
banned.
Australia is weird. They have 8,000 poisonous animals, but also it's like, oh, we can't show that. It's not... Oh, it ain't Bonza to show the rated M for mature. Oi, man. Fallout 3 names a drug morphine. Can't have that. I've never been to Australia.
Really? Neither have I. It's probably too
Anyways, no,
long.
yeah, so, yeah, that's the reason why Kasumi and Hayate want to kill Ayane is because she's a rape baby.
Okay.
She's a rape demon baby. Cursed
Okay.
child.
Yeah, but she's got purple hair and big jiggly boobs.
What if... Yeah, so Raido rapes his own sister-in-law, so she's also an incest-raped
Okay.
cursed child.
Can we not talk about this?
No shit.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, look, it's the thing that I fought as a boss before. What if you fought 3 of them?
Cool. I remember you enjoyed this boss battle so much the first time. Man. Hey, Braden, were you aware that hitting enemies with Nimpo
Will heal you? No, I didn't. Thanks for telling me.
You not from all these
I bet there is like a tutorial messages off thing. Got one. See, the counter hit does enough.
It's going to dive. Get out of there. Any longer and you won't make it back. Move! You've done enough. Now get out of it.
Yeah. Oh, it's CIA woman.
No way. I can't tell if you're just watching us to keep us in check, or if you actually, like, give a damn. A GPS transmitter? A little much for this operation, isn't it? Are you
Jiggle.
always going to be chasing us down?
Jiggle.
The CIA is concerned.
Jesus Christ.
You aren't
Jiggle.
allies or enemies.
The wind
You're
is
an
literally
agent
causing her
and you're
boobs to
dangerous.
move.
What
Listen,
about you?
as
Just,
some of my friends are women, and I'm pretty sure human biology, they're just
wanna
big
help.
old rubber bouncy bands that just
Okay,
go everywhere
whatever.
constantly.
You'll just keep chasing the rest of us.
Sorry, Ryu's the only one I'm after.
Seriously, what's with you and Ryu?
I know him better than you do, kid.
We've definitely fucked. Do you think Ryu Hayabusa fucks? These are the important questions.
I mean, he already is starting to want to be a dad. If he's not doing it, he's thinking about
I
it.
mean, he does have to carry on the dragon lineage. Anyway. I will not be playing Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. In case people were wondering. Not unless money starts getting thrown around.
Nah.
How much is it?
How much is what? Ninja Gaiden Yaiba, or how much would I be willing to pay you to play it? Because I'm not paying anything to play it.
Oh no.
Aren't I the hero?
Huh.
How much is the game?
I was as much in the
Yeah,
dark
I'm
as
looking
anyone.
how much the game is on
The orders
Steam.
that send
What's
you
that?
and Mizuki to
Oh,
London
yeah, it was
came
on
from
Steam.
above.
I believe it is.
The enemy had managed to
Is it a
infiltrate
good
our
enough
colony.
version of that game?
I figured there might be some connection between Cliff and LOA.
Maybe?
Couldn't figure out
Okay.
Ninja
It's,
Gaiden, it's
Yeah.
$30.
it's $30. Add to wish list.
You expect me to
Oh
believe
boy.
I don't care what you believe. I did what I thought was right at the time. Why
Anyway,
else
this
does
guy's
the
like,
European
Ryu,
Indians of America
agent.
pick you up?
It's time for you to defeat the alchemists.
You could try to play Bright Memory. I don't know.
Why would Cliff go to the
In terms of,
trouble
like,
bringing her to the
weird
United?
action
If he
games.
wanted to kidnap
Yeah,
her,
I've
would've
thought
reasoned
about
to do it
that.
back in Japan.
Oh, I did. I also did buy Gears 5 because I saw it was $15.
They may have
But you already
wanted
had
to
it,
have
or did you just
two
always play it
I
through
Game Pass, and I let my Game Pass expire
In any
because
case,
there's
we
nothing
have
coming from Microsoft that I need to play for the next couple months.
What are you talking about? In 1973, the original First Fleet was absorbed into the Third Fleet. However, the U.S. government secretly
Secret
off-the-books
Ghost Fleet.
a fleet that isn't supposed to exist. A mirage. Hayabusa. Mizuki and her sister Saya's father was a colleague and a good friend of mine. I owe him debts that cannot be repaid. I have a duty to protect his family. That was the promise I made to him. Help me. Sir, a message from Langley.
Yeah, I don't know of any other character action games that you haven't already played that might be bad.
Why the sea?
Oh, don't worry. There's, you know,
I know there's plenty.
X-Blades.
X-Blades, okay.
Blades of,
yeah,
and its sequel, Blades of Time.
We can trust it.
Breaking the 99 Dragons.
That's not a character action game. That's a clusterfuck simulator.
Is it a simulator or is it just...
No, it's just a game that does not function.
Okay, when I think of games with characters and they've got actions, I think of
Games along these
Breaking
lines.
99 Dragons, Takeshi's
What-
Cat Challenge.
See, I'm talking about the what is your what is your square triangle game.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
like the bad Captain America game that Sega put out.
I said there's a way.
I said there's a way. I'm a ninja.
There a Wolverine game that came out some time ago?
There is that Raven made.
Oh.
That was a tie-in to that terrible movie,
Which terrible movie? Because there's like...
X-Men
Two.
Origins Wolverine.
Okay, because there's X-Men Origins Wolverine, there's also just Wolverine, or The Wolverine, and...
I forgot about that movie.
it was
Remember when
directed by-
Darren Aronofsky directed a fucking Wolverine movie set in Japan?
That wasn't Darren Aronofsky. That was the same
Wait.
guy that directed Logan. Darren Aronofsky did not.
He was going to.
direct that
That's
movie.
right.
Yeah, the Wolverine was directed by look on the Wikipedia page. James Mangold, who also
Okay.
did Logan. Logan is probably the only genuinely good X-Men movie.
X-Men
X-Men 1 and 2
X2
are
has charm.
I'm looking over this list of best stylish action games, and they put Super Mario Odyssey on it.
Okay. Is it from the same people who
It's from Games Radar, so yes.
oh, so it's the same. I saw a listicle of theirs, and I was very close to sending it to you, but then I'm like, wait, no. I don't want to
That's
perpetuate
what I
behavior.
want. That's what I want.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like mediocre but weird stylish action
Well,
games for you?
Weird or bad or both.
Okay, what about Astral Chain?
Astral... I would play Astral Chain on stream. I think that game's fine.
That's the Black Gnarl.
It's weird. I came from Platinum, and then everybody forgot about it.
Yeah.
We got a welcoming committee.
It's more just the part where that game is, I feel like that game is a sequel, would benefit greatly from a sequel that refined it and didn't have a bunch of fucking walk-around busy work segments.
As soon as I'm down, you get out of here fast.
There's like weird rumblings that like Platinum is trying to convince Microsoft to refund Scalebound, which is
Yeah.
odd.
There have been a couple.
Our official objective is stopping the fleet.
If I was Microsoft, I'd still probably say no. We pulled the plug because you guys clearly have A projects and B projects, and we thought this was going to be a B project, and it was very clear that it was a B project. I don't know if it's bad. Well, actually, the PC port I hear is bad, but Wonderful 101.
I have that on Wii U.
Apparently, the Wii U version of that game can sometimes get to an abysmal frame rate. But
It's also the version of that game was made for. Because doing like the drawing and the gesturing stuff is kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh, right. There was that Legend of Korra game from Platinum.
Sure was. Sure do own it.
You own it?
Yeah, it's 2 hours long and bad. It's 2 hours long and somehow feels an eternity longer.
Is it mediocre bad or just like
It's like it's a skeleton of a Platinum game.
I am now on Reset Era forums. What do you think are good or interesting character action games? And someone said Leon's campaign in Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, that's something someone on Resetera would say. That's not even me doing a goof. Because they're like, yeah, the only place on the internet that thinks Resident Evil 6 is a good game.
Or even Leon's campaign. You should be aware, I think you already own it, but Killer is Dead, the Steam version is on sale for $2.
Are you saying we should do the Wheel of Dubious character action games?
It's literally $2. Also, yeah, Jatsu with Shinobi PS2. That's an interesting one. And Nightshade. And Otogi. Can't forget about
I would play some
Otogi.
fucking Otogi. But the problem is, that game launched and then did not go on sale, and I don't think it will ever go on sale.
No. It's one of the few original Xbox games they did for the buy this for the 360. You can buy it now. You can buy it for $20.
Yes, I know. It's back compat, but it's when they added it, but it's not on sale.
It's $20.
Yeah, but it's never dropped below $20. Also, yeah.
You need to knock out all the weapon systems.
the God Hand?
God Hand's too good. Lords of Shadow, though. Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
So here's the thing about that game, which I've played within the last 2 years.
The first game's alright.
It's a totally serviceable God of War like, with some very impressive production values, like.
And then that second game is dog shit.
I own the second game. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be happy. I got that second game.
That second game is such a disappointment. Because I really liked the first game.
The thing that was hard to go back to with Lords of Shadow 1 specifically,
slow,
is that game is slow, and also it's very like late 360 era, where
I could not.
They are just shoving. There's just big text on the screen that is always constantly telling you where to go and what to do, almost like big text in the middle of the screen saying. You can use Nimpo to heal.
My problem with that game was just...
It's long.
So many fucking cutscenes. I didn't mind the slow movement.
Oh, but that final cutscene at the end...
I don't
And
care.
then they don't
so
capitalize... And then...
Good, and then, yeah, they don't capitalize on any cutscenes. Is Anarchy Reigns easy to come by these days?
Anarchy Reigns also just doesn't...
I think they pulled the servers for that.
I'm not gonna... Yeah, Anarchy... Like, I'm not gonna play Anarchy Reigns against bots.
You can try and track down a copy of Mad World?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
'Cause that game looks boring as shit.
That's the whole point of Wheel of Dubious to mediocre character
action game. But that game's entire thing is just, hey, you swing the Wii remote. That's all it has.
Maybe Heavenly Sword?
Ooh.
Heavenly Sword would be a good pick.
See, that's an idea.
Or, what was their Journey to the West?
Enslaved.
I don't know if that's a character action game.
Isn't that game more of like a Zelda-ish sort of like...
More of a Zelda puzzle platformer.
I never played it. It was I know it had its fans in the late aughts and early 2010.
Yep. Yeah, it sure did.
A fine Microsoft property.
Enslaved.
I mean, technically, you know, Sen Wukong is in the public domain, but you know.
Apparently, someone asked the guy in charge of Ninja Theory, like, have you ever thought about going back to some of your old games? And he's like, what do you mean? Like, Heavenly Sword and Enslaved? And he's like, first off, we don't own the IPs to any of those games. Heavenly Sword is still Sony. And then he's like, Enslaved, like, he on no uncertain terms said, Zero Dawn basically beat us. They made a better version of our game. Why would we want to do that? Horizon is better than what we had planned. Like, there's no point of us going back to Enslaved.
I'm being told it's not a Zelda at all. Are you not?
It has puzzle platformer stuff in it.
Okay, is it a Tomb Raider then? Because I don't remember that game being about fucking air juggles.
No, not that, but it's like flicking switches and like
Uncharted
taking advantage
yes.
of the two characters. It's very much more oriented about the two characters. So.
Speaking of Tomb Raider, you can go play the original Tomb Raider and see what you think of it.
Oh, you mean like what I've been saying I was going to do this year?
Yeah.
You need to get to Angel of Darkness.
What was your interest? Yeah, what was your interest in tank controls? I would do like a platformer with tank controls.
Oh, Croc Legend of the Go-Go's.
It's fine.
I said it on that blog about Redguard. Like, Tomb Raider is like one of the most important games ever made.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, like, it was technically magnificent, and then also proof in the pudding that you could do some form of open world exploration with 3D cameras.
Yep. Yeah, no, Tomb Raider, if I were... So, what if I told you that there is a fan mod for Angel of Darkness that apparently tries to add in as much of the cut content as possible? Like,
that's interesting, but unless you're, like, fixing the design, like... My problem with Angel of Darkness was just the weird difficulty spikes in some of the...
It seems comprehensive.
It seems very comprehensive.
Like, yeah, this fan patch.
Okay.
Seems very comprehensive in a way that is like,
Then I would be interested. It's just, I feel like there are other problems, like...
Oh, I'm sure it's still a mess.
It's still a mess of a game just because this is gonna sound shitty. I think that the game I'm going to compare it to is worse than Angel of Darkness, but there's a lot about Angel of Darkness that reminds me of Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine.
Yeah! When are you gonna play that?
That's not an adventure game, it's a Tomb Raider.
Yeah. When am I going to play that?
I'll play The Emperor's Tomb. That's technically an adventure game.
But yeah, it's, I'm very interested in...
So we still don't know all that much about Machine Games' Indiana Jones game. Like, they said, hey, we're not doing Wolfenstein, we're doing goddamn Indiana Jones, and that's it, right?
Yes, that's literally all they've said.
do you think they'll go back to Wolfenstein, and also do you think they'll just declare Youngblood non-canon?
They should.
No. I mean, they won't. But if anything, maybe you just contract it back to id, or maybe you just contract to the Doom team. Like, you guys go make the next Wolfenstein. We're busy doing this Indiana Jones thing.
See if if they buy Activision, just get Raven to do it.
Raven's
No, they're busy doing
they're stuck in Call of
cosmetic
Duty
packs.
hell.
Yeah, they're stuck doing Call of Duty cosmetic packs.
Excuse me,
They
they're
made,
the team in charge of Warzone.
Oh, motherfuck! I forgot about that 360 PS3 Splatterhouse game. Fuck.
Oh fuck, you're right.
Yeah, voiced by goddamn motherfucking what?
Winnie the
They
Pooh.
have the what's his bucket? They have Josh Keaton and Jim Cummings to voice the fucking
The
mask.
evil mask.
He says He says fuck a lot. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and you're like,
Is
why
that-
is
that
Winnie the
available?
Pooh cursing?
Is that available anywhere?
No, it is
Please
not.
tell me that is available.
You could probably find a used copy on
I mean,
or something.
the good news is I have a PlayStation 3 and a willingness to spend money on stupid bullshit.
God. Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem like it ever came to PC with the PS3 360.
It is not on backwards compatibility. Is it emulatable?
I have a PlayStation 3 near me. In this very room.
That's probably
Braden, you have to play this. You have to play this.
Listen, how about we do a subscriber goal
Okay.
and the Wheel of Dubious character action games will become a reality.
There was the Afro Samurai game that wasn't fucking so bad they had to recall it.
Oh, you mean Afro Samurai 1, not Afro Samurai Kuma's Revenge? The game that was so bad they literally deleted it from people's libraries?
I wish they hadn't done that. Like,
Oh yeah, no, from a game preservation standpoint.
but even from an I want to see how bad this game is that they just were so ashamed of it they deleted it. By the way, that was Versus Evil, the same company that published Pillars of Eternity 2.
And the Banner Saga.
Ugh.
I have to have mentioned Banner Saga because I know.
Because I make that exact noise.
Yeah.
Just, ugh.
Remember when everyone thought that was a good tactics game?
Yeah, because...
What about pre-XCOM?
No, it was an early Kickstarter success.
It was,
No,
it was
I thought it was released a little bit before XCOM, or around that time.
let me check. XCOM reboot. Yeah, Enemy Unknown.
Enemy Unknown was late 2012.
Oh,
Well,
okay, so Banner Saga was 2 years after
I,
that.
I'm
Fire
gonna
Emblem Awakening?
double check this one. I'm gonna look at when the Kickstarter was first announced because it might have the Kickstarter might have been before XCOM came out. Okay. Yeah, 2012. So maybe this is what you're thinking of. Maybe the Kickstarter was announced or revealed before XCOM came out.
I mean, yeah.
That's
See, I remember when XCOM came out because it came out right around the time my grandfather died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Eh.
But anyways, the Banner Saga.
2012, not a great year for me.
The fact that people were like, oh, I really like the first game, and then the second and third games were not that good. It's like, they were never good. They were all mediocre trash.
All of those games are good art, and then, like, the tactics game thinks it's way more, like, complicated than it is. Because it's like, oh, what if you had to just do... What if you just had a bunch of weakened enemies? Just, the way that game, like, ties health to damage.
So bad.
Just, like, the least fun tactical system possible.
Well, Banner Saga.
Yeah, like, hey, what if your characters became useless when they were at low health?
I feel like Banner Saga got a lot of good press because of its look.
I mean, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know, the shitty, like, Oregon Trail, but sad and depressing, and then it's like, by the way, there's no way of knowing if your choices are good or bad. You just gotta pick them, and then... Oh, look, it's this goober.
A minute, wasn't he in Sigma 2?
Yeah. Yeah, all of these challenge rooms are boss fights against bosses from 1 and 2.
Are they like redesigned, or are they
their patterns are mostly the same for what it's worth.
are they just better bosses than everything else in the rest of this game?
Yes. Unironically, yes. Would surprise you to know these were added in Razor's Edge.
You could play Prince of Persia 2008. That's a
like
good
that
game.
game.
I liked that game a lot. I wish they had actually finished that story.
I'm sorry, Assassin's
yeah, they
Creed
did
happened.
one DLC,
And a DS game. Yep.
and then that was it. And then they went back to the original
Th-
series.
Yeah.
Well, for that movie tie-in game.
And it was,
The Forgotten, was it the Forgotten Sands?
Forgotten Sands.
I also remember enjoying that game.
that game's fine up until you get to, like, near the end when it feels as if the game is trying to have you do too many mechanics at the same time. And it's just all this fiddly shit.
I just remember that game's not very long. I kind of beat it in like 3 long settings, but
I did a similar playthrough. It's fine. It's just like I at least that 2008 game makes an impression on you. I can't even begin to list. Like, all I remember is maybe the very last level before the final boss, where water is falling down and you have to stop the water so that you can do like Mario side-to-side wall jumping, and that was kind of cool, except it was hard.
I don't remember.
But
I
anyways,
also don't remember
no,
anything
like
about it except
2008
enjoying it.
made an impression. Like, I really think about 2008, and I don't know. Now that we know that Ubisoft thinks that they only have 3 moneymakers, like, we're never gonna get a Prince of Persia game.
It's okay, we're never gonna get another Mario and Rabbids game, apparently, because they thought that game was a They thought the sales of the new one was disappointing.
Yo, dude, you released a game for a single console. It's not gonna sell as much as Assassin's Creed. I can't believe I have to explain this to fucking Ubisoft.
I just imagine every time Ubisoft cancels a game, it's just like, yeah, we canceled another Might and Magic game. Just to make Brayden mad.
You have to imagine, so it was like 7 games, right? It was 7 or 6 games. One of those has to be a Might and Magic game. One of them's definitely the Splinter Cell reboot.
Well, that got announced. So I feel like they would have to vocally say that has been canceled because investor reasons.
But yeah, one of those unannounced projects that they canceled has to have been related to Might and Magic, right?
Oh, absolutely. They're just like, alright, we're gonna bring back Might and Magic, we're gonna do it right this time, and then Eve's like, no, 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 you will not do it. You will make 18 Tom Clancy. Oui, oui.
Not
Man.
like fantasy RPGs are popular or anything.
Like, I realize that a lot of people like Siege, but for me, the last time I truly felt like the Tom Clancy franchise felt different from stuff was at least like Vegas.
I mean, I love Siege. It's probably my favorite multiplayer experience ever. But like, I definitely want to see that franchise do something else.
I would like See, I would like for there to be just like one shooter in the old school Tom Clancy thing to where it's like, yeah, you can take like 2 shots. You have to use actual squad mechanics. You have to communicate. Like, that was always the multiplayer for Tom Clancy. Even on the Xbox.
I mean, play Ready or Not, I guess.
But that's SWAT 4. That's just SWAT 4, but it's also made by fucking weirdos who were like, yeah, we're gonna have a school shooting level. And then, weirdly enough, their publisher dropped them. I wonder why.
You can't make a SWAT game again, can you?
They're trying. That's what Ready or Not is.
But you get what I'm saying.
Oh,
right?
like in terms of the political climate of the United States of America.
Probably shouldn't.
Well, they're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that weird, like, Rainbow Six era, like the early Rainbow Six era where you had to, like, do squad tactics, give each other orders, actually take cover. Like, even Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter required you to really value taking cover in a way that modern Tom Clancy games
Let me
don't.
tell you about Breakpoint. One of the most fun multiplayer experiences I've had in recent years.
I also feel like that kind of game would have more of an audience now than you might expect. Like, there's definitely groups out there.
I'm not
that really
saying that
do
that game doesn't exist. I'm saying that with the production values of classic, of what the Tom Clancy franchise normally would inject into a franchise or into a game, like those classic Rainbow Six games were pretty fucking cool. And then I would hope that if they're gonna continue with the Splinter Cell thing, like, they have to be looking at a way to make a Spy versus Mercs mode, because
That kind of
I don't think
asymmetrical multiplayer hasn't really been done elsewhere.
I don't think they realize this, but, like, people today realize this, but Spies versus Mercs was fucking big.
Oh yeah, no, that shit is super cool. And I'm sure there are a bunch of weirdo
Asymmetrical
fan
multiplayer
servers.
is- I think that you could make...
What was Spies versus Mercs specifically?
So there was one person who was basically...
One team is Spies in third person. One team is Mercs in first person.
Okay.
And Spies have to... And I believe there were, like, objective modes and deathmatch. But basically, one team, you had to use stealth and Tom Clancy your way around, and the other team, you had to shoot the stealthy ninja mans down.
Okay.
And obviously the Spies have better equipment and, like, insta-kill stuff, but
the
they can
Mercs
only
have
take one shot.
guns.
Yeah, the Mercs can kill you in, like, one shot.
And the Mercs have their own toys.
If someone were to propose that, I feel like somebody in a suit would say,
You
does
make
that
it like
interfere- does
Fortnite.
that interfere with Siege?
I mean, yes. That would probably happen. Because
Yeah.
video games are no fun anymore.
Can we not just make that a 2-week bonus mode in Siege and then take it away, like we've been doing for years?
The other thing is that the Splinter Cell games had really good co-op, and co-op is basically dead, so I can't imagine that they're gonna do something like that, like the glory days
You
of
still
co-op.
can't play Ghost Recon or Splinter Cell
Halo
online anymore
Yeah, I know.
because
It's a bummer.
like the servers went down after a certain point and they never bothered to put them back up, and then they're like, oh, actually, lol, all of these online services going down.
I mean, at this point, if Halo doesn't give a shit about co-op, split-screen co-op, then it's dead. Like, the entire fucking medium is dead.
I just like Splinter Cell Blacklist a lot.
I feel like in Halo's case, it's not that they don't give a shit, it's they didn't. There's a lot of problems with Infinite's development, and they obviously like developed it
It's a
enough
mess.
for them to
It's
go back
complete
to
and
make
total
a video
goddamn
on it.
clusterfuck. And
Yeah, that's more of a it's a mess.
I think we've
thing.
talked about this before, but I think we need to prepare ourselves emotionally and physically for another soft reboot because it's gonna be the fucking way that they do this.
I don't care, because as far as I'm concerned, the Halo story and tone and everything ended with Halo Reach. Maybe Halo 4 on a good day. I'm just there for more Halo gameplay.
I like 4. I like the story of 4.
Yeah, I honestly, I mean, I do too. I feel like I've defended the story before.
You have.
It's a good. I like Halo 4 quite a bit, but still.
The problem with 4 is that it deserved a commitment for it to feel justified, and I wrote about this, and people were like, I like 4, that's not my point. I'm saying the fact that they did not commit to 4 is the worst thing you can say about 4's story. Like, if that's the direction you wanted to go in, like Prometheans and all that shit, you should have just stuck with it.
Instead of writing them away off screen.
Then replacing them with something different.
The Banished.
And then the Banished. Cortana. Let's go with Cortana now. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
Like,
Halo's bad. And
it was
for me,
really good when it was really good.
apparently a lot of the people who were laid off by Microsoft today worked at 343. So yeah. I that does not speak video game.
Oh no. It turned around there for a second.
Please tell me.
Wait a second before you. Okay, good.
Oh. But no, yeah, Halo's a mess. It's not going to get any better. It's probably going to get worse.
I mean, yeah, I agree. The point where I genuinely cared about Halo, like 4 is where it ends. Absolutely.
But okay, here's my counterpoint: is the multiplayer for Halo Infinite is really good, and if they had actually added maps,
they probably could have at least had something that's worth standing by more than a year.
Because boy howdy.
I think that if they're going to do anything, if I'm going to put my 2 cents into what I think they should do next, it's take the mechanics of Halo Infinite. Don't change those. Those are really, really good.
They're really
and
good.
Just build a much better game around them. Like, don't go rethinking how
if
you
you're
play
going to
Halo.
have the open world format for Halo, actually make it an open world, not these fucking, I'm on one side of a bridge and I need to get to the other side and there's aliens.
I think it would be way more interesting if they did the pseudo-open world of, like, Crisis 1, where each level is, like, this huge thing, but ultimately it's still a linear
Okay, what if Halo
experience.
was an immersive
like
sim?
What if it was like Stalker?
There's enough mechanics hanging around in Halo Infinite that you could pull something like that off.
But, I mean, if I were Microsoft looking at the state of Halo and how many times you've funded these 343 weird experiments and the fact that they have not panned out, it's like, oh, you guys want money to, like, rejigger the formula again?
I think they should just make a better a better campaign for Halo Infinite.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope that that's doable. I'm about as pessimistic as you
Okay.
can get at this
Here's my question then. Are they going to make Gears 6?
I mean, that's Epic, or it has been Epic. I mean, oh wait, no, they bought the rights from Epic.
Yeah, it's the
They
Coalition.
don't have the rights. The Coalition is making the Gears games now. And I feel like Gears 5 was pretty successful, wasn't it?
I will go as far as to say Gears 5 is the course correction for Gears that Halo desperately needed. Like,
I don't feel like Gears even needed a course correction. Like, Gears 4 was kind of boring. But,
yeah.
But, like...
I think they added in a bunch of characters that everyone didn't like.
JD Phoenix fucking sucks.
And storylines that no one cared about.
I think good news for you.
Yeah, I'm aware, yes. Which is weird. I wonder why you play most of that game as Cat.
You know, a lot of people didn't like the game with Bayard, but The idea of humanity going to different planets and finding different monsters was good on paper.
I didn't like playing Judgment enough to finish it. Maybe it's
No,
because I was
you're right.
suffering Gears of War fatigue at the time, but that game
No,
was
you're 100% right. That game didn't differentiate itself, and also everyone had gear fatigue. I think the idea of the Gears people with the Gears equipment needing to deal with a different hostile alien environment, is great on paper.
I just like the part in Gears Judgment where it's basically a weird score attack game.
Yeah.
Because that's actually the cool part of about that game is it's these very weird bespoke Gears challenge levels, basically.
By the way, apparently Gears of War 2 and 3 run at 60 frames per second on series of consoles now.
Sure do. If you, for some ungodly reason, want to play the regular version of Gears 1.
I wonder, I mean, in the
well,
world...
the Gears 1 doesn't, but 2 and 3.
In the world of everyone's multiplayer has like an ungodly number of people, do you think that there's something to Gears' smaller, more intimate multiplayer to this game?
Absolutely.
Here's the thing, Gears 5 Horde mode is very fun.
I want a genuine, small, intimate multiplayer mode with high production values, kind of like those just multiplayer games.
Let me talk to you about this game called Rainbow Six. Clearly I'm joking. But no, like, I personally have always enjoyed the smaller scale stuff. Like, I've definitely loved, like, running around Battlefield games and seeing all the crazy shit happening, but for multiplayer games to stay with me, Halo is the most I really want to deal with.
I love that everyone's like, yeah, you're a murderer. By the way, says the guy controlling an army of terrorists.
Does Doatech ever make an appearance in...
there is Doatech billboards in Sigma 2.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, I remember this fight being shit. Let's see if I'm right.
It looks like it probably is. I like how TP changed topics entirely. I'm joking.
There's nothing to say about Siege. People...
What kind of... I know. It was a joke. What kind of, like, small-scale multiplayer game are you looking for? Like...
Oh, me? I want it to less be overwhelming numbers and more of like it's just me and 3 other dudes going against 4 other dudes. And I should say whatever gender, whatever, you know. I kind of miss the very brutal simplicity of 4 versus 4 or 2 versus 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely exists nowadays, but it's always, like, hyper-competitive.
Right.
That's your
and
Valor.
I feel like with Gears, yes, there was a hyper-competitive element to Gears multiplayer, but there was also just this is for everyone. There was a sense of this is for everyone. And I think the reason why it's so hyper-competitive is because that type of multiplayer is such a minority now. And if you want that low-stakes sense of 4 versus 4, you have to play teams in like PUBG or Fortnite.
Again, I disagree after playing quite a bit of casual, Siege and CSGO. I definitely feel like there were a lot of times where we were just fucking around. But the thing about those games is, and the reason I kind of stopped playing them is, if you want to fuck around and have fun, you still have to be good enough to play against people who are playing that game every night. And I got to a point where if I took a break for like a month or 2 and came back, it would take, a week or 2 of playing to get back to a point where I could stand up to them. And I feel like that's going to be the big problem with any kind of game like that.
Yeah. I think just more. Just something. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things I appreciate about Chivalry, which is not a small-scale game, is that game is very much the perfect fusion of fuck-around game and serious, hardcore man game.
Yeah. You would have to set the tone of that kind of game correct right from the outset. You'd have to do like a Time Splitters or something. And just let people know that you're here to have fun. I'm not obsessed with the
I'm not here to make
scene.
friends. I'm here to win.
Also, you have to spend time developing characters who are fun to play as, but not necessarily, like, toxic to play as. And what I mean by that is stuff like, you could down characters in Siege and then take out, like, your gadget and throw it at them until they die and stuff. And it was funny, but also that encourages, you know, some mean behavior. How do you design
Siege?
characters
Toxic
that don't do
behavior?
that? Yes, I'm talking about designing multiplayer games that don't encourage that.
Okay, but I think as soon as you make it sweaty, you're always going to
That's why I said you have
Yeah.
to set that tone right from the start.
yeah, that's fair.
I cannot dodge through that. And it won't let me dodge that. Icon, you're not rewarding me for playing this. You're rewarding me for overcoming this. What is... Let us speak of the struggle. The Kampf, as they call it. Mein Kampf, even.
Where are you going with this?
I
This
don't-
is going to a bad
Kampf
place
means
right now.
struggle. I'm sorry, that's the
You're-
thing that
you're-
came to mind.
Sometimes you should just let something come to mind and then go away.
But without that, I wouldn't be a good dungeon master.
Okay, but like, anyway.
Icon, you have played like 18 Borderlands games. You're not allowed to lecture me. You got the platinum in Tiny Tina. I stopped.
Yeah, but Borderlands games are better than this.
Are they?
Yes.
I
You can
played
at least-
Tiny Tina.
You can mute the shitty parts of those games.
Oh, the shitty part of Tiny Tina is the entire game.
Yeah.
Like, that entire game is such a bland, nothing blob of a video game.
I hate to break it to you, but all those fucking games are.
Yes! Welcome, brother, to the true doctrine. Actually, Borderlands is not good.
Like, I give the first game pass for being a very unique thing at the time. Man, those games sure suck to play.
Yeah. They were guilty pleasure podcast games.
As far as podcast games, that are fantastic.
Which is why Tiny Tina's is not a good Borderlands experience, because it's constantly talking to you. It tries to convey this story over and over again. And even like we talked about this whenever we played it, like the simple process of comparing the stats of your loot in Tiny Tina's is such dog shit. And it's actually frustrating and fiddly.
It ate the jet, and it has arms again.
It's just a Metal Gear. I didn't realize that until just now.
And
because
now
I'm
it
stupid.
flies.
Like it's Cubivore. It's a cubivore.
What was that cube game on GameCube?
Cubivore.
I'm literally saying the name, cubivore.
Cubivore?
Yeah.
No, but there was a robot. What was it? Robot fighting game.
You're thinking of
Robo something. I know what he's talking about. The GameCube
Yeah.
robot game.
yeah.
Custom Robo.
Yeah, Custom Robo,
Yeah, Custom Robo.
which is
That
one
was a
of
good
those
game.
which
Super expensive if you try to buy it on eBay. But all GameCube games for that.
Oh,
When I
this
was looking it
fucking
up,
video game.
apparently I also saw Robotech Battle Cry.
Sure.
Was that a good game? That couldn't have been a good game.
Anyway, once again, how do you feel about boss fights that don't use the mechanics of the game at all, and are just dodging patterns of attack while shooting with your bow?
So, people don't know how to make boss fights anymore. I say about a game that's 10, 11 years old.
I
A
love
fine
it.
Wii U
People are all
launch
up in
game.
arms. So, GameSpot decided to tweet their review of Engage, and the tweet just said, "We gave it a 7 out of 10," and that's it, and then it's the link to the review.
I mean, that's a good way to get people to click.
That's such a fucking smart. I love it. That's man. Man.
I just think
Like,
Three
I don't
Houses tricked people into thinking Fire Emblem could have good stories.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But
But we-
also like great. I
Yeah.
would have given Three Houses a 7 out of 10.
It was my second favorite game of that year.
I would have given it a 7 out of 10.
What year was that? Was that 2019?
2019?
Wasn't that the same year Bloodstain came out?
Yep, sure was.
Vastly superior video game.
Yes, the two video games.
Okay, the only two video games that came out that year were Fire Emblem Three Houses and Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. 2019. What else came out that year? The Mass Effect trilogy, Sekiro, DMC5, Troll.
Are you really
Resident
gonna
Evil
say?
2.
Are you really gonna say that Bloodstain is better than DMC5?
I haven't played DMC5, but I have a. Bloodstained is one of those games. Like for me, I got the game. I played it all the way through on normal, and then immediately, the minute I rolled credits, turned around and played it all the way through on hard again. That game, probably the best Metroidvania ever made, and this is coming from someone who considers Super Metroid his favorite game ever. I like that game a lot.
What did I give my game of the year to? Of course, I gave it to obviously one of Braden's all-time favorite games. I gave it to The Outer Worlds.
Did you really give it that game your game?
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
I think my game of the year was Control.
I believe I gave it to the RE2 remake.
Yeah, so the R2 remake is the other game that year I played, finished, and then immediately turned around and played again, but that's more because it has a
Has that
beat
second
scenario.
player. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my runner-up for 2019 game is Outer Wilds.
Yeah, everyone loves
A
the
game-
other.
I
Remember when
don't-
Chicory won Giant Bomb's Game of the Year award?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hi. I don't know why ZP was saying hello.
I think he's suddenly lost connection to us.
Can't believe ZP got defeated. Right. Fuck this boss. Oh.
Yeah, just shoot your Nimpo at him.
I can't. I'm out of Nimpo.
Hayabusa, hey, talk to me.
I'm just dropping in for a sec. You're looking at Good Games, aka Episode Ignis.
Yeah.
Listen, while he's not here, let's talk about recency bias. And Relkin's like, yeah, FF15 is like an unfinished mess of a game, but it got them bros.
He's like third best Final Fantasy game. Which I won't doubt. Like I looked up the archive. I looked up the archive of when he had finished that you could hear it in his voice that that was definitely leaving an impression on him. I also saw him play through Chapter 13. And I'm not sure I want to play that game. Also, I'm not sure I want to play a game that's like the first half of it is just a road trip with your bros, and the second half is just
A
super
very
linear cutscenes and combat. And a lot of those cutscenes were like so overblown and melodramatic, even for Final Fantasy, in a way that I just was like, I don't care.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, you're
Hi.
back.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Nothing. We definitely weren't talking mess about any of our friends.
Oh, someone
Relkin-
said FF8. Are you talking about Final Fantasy 8 or is it?
No, Relkin's recency bias on calling FF15 the third best Final, his third favorite Final Fantasy.
I mean, he's allowed to.
He's
Genuinely.
allowed to say that.
No.
Relkin is very obviously being genuine, which is why I feel like my personal feelings, I want to hold back in terms of saying them if he's present.
I agree.
No, he's
But-
playing Episode Ignis right now.
I don't fucking like 15 at all. I think it's slow. I think all of the weird fucking fiddly shit. I know I say fiddly a lot, but like the flippy shit, the flippy combat shit that like 13 to 15 era was super insistent on is super unsatisfying. I think the characters aren't even that great, and I've said this point before, and I'll say it again. If you want a weird, like, road trip game that's just about guys bonding, great. If you want a Final Fantasy game that has this wholeness to the world and this attention to detail in terms of the world building that I feel like is the hallmark of the franchise, like, it's absolutely not that.
I also know that he's gonna be like, when he plays 7R, he's gonna be not as good as 15, and that's going to set me off. As someone who thinks Final Fantasy 7R is legitimately the best thing to have come out of Square Enix in the last decade.
Yeah. For me, I feel like the deliberative, slower nature of the combat of 7R is so much preferable to the inconsequential, acrobatic combat of
Flippy
15.
stuff of you have infinite potions, so you can just hold the
Infinite
button.
potions, infinite momentum, constantly in the air, pirouetting, fucking doing all this shit without consequence and needing to worry about your resources. It feels so inconsequential. And the thing, and Jeff Rudd is actually the one who's talking, who kind of, I feel like, said this the best, is like 15's really great when it gives you its initial premise and it introduces these characters, and it's like, yeah, we're on this cool adventure, we need to save this empire, now let's go fucking fishing for like 5 minutes to 10 minutes. Oh yeah, we're on the next part of the journey, let's play baseball for 20 minutes. And it's like the way they fill this open world with just the most inane, inconsequential, side-questy horseshit is like why 15 for me just feels so
Lionheart,
weird
you
and
keep saying Final Fantasy 14, but I would
I
have
think
to
it
play
is a
300
step in the right
hours.
direction.
Yeah.
That's why I think it is fine to good. Like 15 is a good game, but like 15 is a reflection of how the 13 games made Final Fantasy not feel Final Fantasy. It's just a good one of those.
Anyway, I defeated the old man.
Hayabusa,
Only one level left.
you won't be able to communicate much longer. Leave this to me. I'll find you. Thanks.
Are you gonna go to hell again?
Nope.
Or-
That would be too cool.
Oh, Brayden, can we talk about that tweet I sent you?
Oh.
About the guy from Reddit who thinks he can start his own AAA development studio?
Is that the one that was? Is that the Reddit thread that was in?
Yes,
Yeah.
assorted memery. Oh yeah, I posted it. I posted it on another Discord. Lionheart. It's in the meme channel. If you would like to
And
join
for
our
those of you that
discussion.
are not a part of Deep Listens, it's $1. There's a lot of good shit. But yeah, fucking holy shit, dude.
I think it's just like, I don't know, people are dumb, and
armchair experts always think they can do a better job than whoever.
It's the part, and Jeff pointed this out, it's like someone's like, you realize that a lot of people are going to get sick for your studio, you think you can make this big Elden Ring in like a year and a half, and he's like, well, I don't need to worry about that, I got it figured out. And it's like, what are you going to do, like, and this is the one that caused Jeff to lose his shit, is like, the guy is asked, what are you going to do if, like, a female employee gets pregnant? It's like, well, first off, they don't need 9 months. There's a way for them to give birth, and the baby is perfectly formed in under 6 months. It's like, fucking, you solved birth. Great. And then he's, like, describing his game, and it's like, it's going to be like a Roblox. It's like, so you're going to exploit children?
oh yeah. I love...
Yeah, we'll most likely follow the Roblox model. It will also let us take advantage of our huge workforce to develop faster, since the development process will be more siloed. We could have a game styled like Witcher 3 or Elden Ring, but following the development process of Roblox.
I just love the absolute reckless self-confidence required to be like, yeah, these multi-million-dollar studios, if they had thought about doing it this way, they would be making 1,000 games.
I have to read this. I just have to read. I'm sorry. I'm taking over your stream. You can ask me to stop, but I'm just gonna read. You know what? How about I read the entire thing? So the title is, "My goal this month is to form." It's spelled from. Is to from scratch build a game studio with 1,000 plus developers. Am I crazy? You think this can work? And here's the content of this thing. I just look at a lot of AAA game studios these days, and I feel like they're... Oh, God, typos here. They're ruined by corporate overlords, and the quality of their games suffer. I was thinking of creating a new structure for a game studio. Work could be done on a more choose how much you work basis. Then developers could be rewarded with a percentage of the revenue relative to the work they've done once a game is finished and ready to be sold. So this studio could basically work on a volunteer basis, with devs choosing how much work they want to do and when. This could be a side gig they choose to do and not their main source of income. It would be done on a profit-sharing basis where devs receive the profits of the game instead of a salary. Okay, it gets better. It gets better. Think about it. Someone could volunteer their spare time if they choose to.
It's a donkey all the time.
Okay, think about it. Someone could volunteer their spare time if they choose to, and in return, they would receive profits of the game once it's sold without greedy executives taking it all for themselves. That's exactly what you're doing! You're the exec... And if the game does amazing in sales, the devs are heavily rewarded. It could be a cool way to run a studio, but do you think it's viable? I want to create a huge game studio with 1,000 plus developers, maybe even thousands of developers, and create the next masterpiece game.
Like,
I really think it's possible, and I think we could make a game on the level of Elden Ring or God of War. This could be a turning point in the game industry where the development process is revolutionized. all lowercase, no capitalization. Developers could find their work fun again instead of being stressed out over crunch and deadlines, and developers could enjoy the spoils of a smash hit instead of all the profit being taken by greedy executives. You're taking a cut from the game.
I think it's more like, okay, so you want the Ubisoft model, but even more decentralized.
Are we sure this isn't just a troll?
Also,
Yeah, like,
it might
here's
just
the other
be
part.
like a literal 14-year-old child.
But also, like, someone's like, so you're gonna pay for these people's health insurance? And, like, what about in countries where unionization is required? He's like, well, first off, let me play devil's advocate on the whole pregnancy thing. You said it takes one woman 9 months to make a baby, but there has been advancements in the field of healthcare. It's conceivable that I could reduce the time it takes a woman to give birth by a considerable amount. So something that you thought was a certainty is actually something that can be changed. I'm taking this exact... and I'm taking this exact out of box thinking to game development. So he's not gonna do paternity care by the legal requirement.
Okay, what if this person just
You
has,
know,
like,
why are you not in
monomania?
here? You should do this. This is great. Fucking holy shit.
Like,
So he
what if
doesn't
this
want-
person is actually just mentally ill?
It's very much that we're dealing with the next Sonichu, or
Hey, that's one of those things where it's like, at this point, I just feel bad for Chris Chan. Like,
yeah.
that entire
unless,
yeah.
unless the incest stuff was true,
But even then,
to this, like, so I feel like even as a kid growing up, there was a level of engagement with video games that I was a part of, but I understood that video games had, like, large teams and fucking took years to make. That literacy, maybe it was never good, and this is just false thinking, but why is that literacy so bad today?
So, I mean, you're saying that, and this is just a knee-jerk comment, but we don't... When you're what, like a few years older than me? 33, 34?
33.
Okay. When you and I and Braden were kids, or teenagers, gaming magazines loaded shelves, and I'm not saying they necessarily had great information.
I would
but you had
definitely
to-
agree with you that I think that gaming magazines always had the faces communicate that, right?
Yeah, you had long if you wanted to know something about a game, you had long articles you needed to read, and you had a slightly clearer view of the industry. And these days, I imagine a lot of kids, like 10 to 20 years old, are getting a lot of their news from, like, Reddit
The
and
TikTok.
social media and like knee-jerk reactions on YouTube and stuff. And that's not very good.
Yeah.
but yeah, listen,
Even
maybe
state-run media like Nintendo Power, I feel like
was very clear about, like, no, these are, like, game development is hard. This is a big collective effort. I've thought about going through my old issues of Nintendo Power.
What have you done?
I remember when someone was like, someone sent in a letter, and I was a kid, and I was totally bought into the Nintendo culture at that time, and Nintendo Power, like, one of the letters, like, what are your favorite games for the Xbox and PS2? And it's like, they're gonna shit all over it. That's what you do. And they're like, yeah, we really like KOTOR and also Crash Bandicoot. And it's like, what? But yeah, man. And I think that the way that games... So something like Fortnite constantly having this deluge of content. And it feels so seamless to the people who are part of that ecosystem, right? And you never once see the names of the people who made that deluge possible, right?
Hey, this fight sucks.
Yeah, it does look like shit.
I was really bad as a kid getting to the ends of games. Like, absolutely terrible. But when I did, I always would watch the credits. And I feel like the most popular games never having credits might be... God.
Are kids these days playing, like,
I don't think
single-player,
kids these days are playing
traditional-
games that have ends. And that
Yeah, like-
leads to this...
I also think, in the specific case of Fortnite, I think Epic has created such an unrealistic... Because they basically have thousands of people in perma-crunch constantly pumping out stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. He grabs me, and then there goes a third of my health.
Right. Like, how... Jesus Christ, he just fucking break dances on top of me. Like, how often do kids play games with weekends? Is that, like, are there kids doing... There's gotta be some kids doing that, saying, hey, I want to go play, I don't know, God of War or something. Are kids playing God of War? Who
When I bought the
But you know
Callisto
what I mean.
Protocol at the GameStop, the guy there was like, yeah, my 12-year-old kids played through it twice. I'm like, cool. 12-year-olds love Josh Duhamel.
More like 12-year-olds love hyper gory jump scare horror.
I mean, as a 12-year-old, I can
As
confirm.
Listen, every adult man has a 12-year-old in them somewhere.
I'm here to tell you I like tits and gore, and I ain't apologizing.
Can you not parry or block this guy? I'm
This
not
guy
saying
always... I feel like this guy always sucks no matter when you fight him.
that. Yeah, I'm not saying that to say like you're not skilled. I'm saying it looks like anytime you try to parry or block, it just goes through.
Yeah.
Hey, Brayden, I want to point out, though,
Why
have
are you
double
people
digit
fucking
viewers
judging me for buying the Callisto Protocol? I've bought way worse things within the last month.
I'm not judging you. The
No,
Callisto
I'm-
No,
Protocol
it's Lionheart's judging him.
Everyone's like, oh, like you fucking people
You fucking people with your fucking fancy
Cyberpunk
glasses.
2077s
Gino's
and
here,
ya.
so I can't do my New Yorker accent, otherwise I'll be called
If-
for racism.
If Callisto Protocol had come out in like 2009, I feel almost.
I
certain
did
that
buy
would be
it
like
on
a
sale.
8 I feel almost certain that would be like a 8 out of 10 game. That seems to be what it is.
Back in my day, you had to fucking buy your shit full price. Toys R Us would have like a copy of Harvest Moon for the N64 and it'd be $70.
And that's in 1998 money.
You don't know, you kids today, you kids.
Let me tell you about cartridges, kid. They were See, I love that, because, yeah, the grab just... If he's right next to you, the
Everybody
grab has
said you
no
would
wind-up.
blow into the cot to make it work right, and then it turns out blowing in the cot would fuck it up. We just learned the hard way.
Turns out you're supposed to use rubbing alcohol in a Q-tip.
Yeah, did you know you can't put Q-tips in your ears? Fucking weird.
Just like, what if he blocked all your attacks so you just had to do the same short string over and over and over again?
These are the quality accents you can experience if you join our tabletop group.
Hey, we're probably nearing the end of a campaign.
Yeah.
If someone wanted to join, I will half-heartedly offer it to Jeff, but he's too busy roasting a Mjolnir or working or whatever he does on Friday afternoons.
Yeah, listen to my British accent. Oh, blimey. My British.
Yeah, it's good, because, yeah, I love unblockable grab attacks.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the accent. Okay.
I also love your terrible accent. It's just, every time it comes out of your mouth, it's a
Everybody
new...
hates my accent. Everybody hates my accent for my British accent.
Yeah, because it's fucking terrible. Just play the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow and just do that. I think that's a Scouse accent. I think that's Northern England.
I couldn't tell you fucking anything about where British accents come from.
Okay, so
I've never heard the term scouse.
Everybody makes fun of my British accent. It's good.
hogwash.
I think the problem with my British accent is that I sometimes I have the issue of it goes from high British to Cockney
Posh
to
to
Australian
Cockney to Australian
German
to
back
South-
to Cockney
to South
to
African.
Scottish to South African.
So
Like,
your accent's always on a world tour, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the best part.
This is truly the worst legacy of imperialism.
Can't be a racist accent if it's literally all over the place.
Nah, it's fine. They're all
Cheerio.
colonizer accents.
Oh shit.
It's great because I can't use the ultimate technique against him. He has that grab that takes out
See,
literally
this
a
I
fourth
feel
of
like
your
is
life.
your best case in terms of proving why this game is not good, is because the bosses actively preventing you from doing core mechanics or abilities that make the game fun just seems like the dumbest shit. And sure, like, bosses like Alma require a specific strategy and execution of said strategy,
But also, you can do a lot of different things to beat Alma. Like, you have to be able to, you know, read her shit. But it's not just fucking pattern memorization.
I would say that 1 and 2 definitely do have bosses that are pattern memorization, but those bosses never kick the shit out of you.
One thing I'd like to say, as someone who is garbage these games, it's super fucking impressive that you can hold a conversation and do this shit.
Oh, it's because
He's a real gamer.
I'm a real gamer.
Like,
Also-
there are parts of God of War 2018 I'm
Just-
legitimately struggling at, so...
I just love that these attacks have no wind up. They just come out instantly and take out a chunk of your health.
Chip chip cheerio, mate.
Yes.
Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow?
Oh, you got the Cthulhu in my peanut butter.
That's what they say in the excavation of Hobbs Barrow. They're like, "Oi, lass, nout for you here. Nothing but peanut butter for you here, lass. Nout here." Nout is got to be the word of the day. That and hogwash.
Nout.
Nout. It's a fun way of saying not or nothing.
Or chip chip cheerio. Hi.
I did it.
There you go, you beat it.
You killed the guy.
Is he,
Oh,
is he
don't
you
worry.
behind
I get to fight him one more time.
Yep. Except he doesn't have a mask on.
That's why I
Yeah.
said first form. Here's his second form.
Daddy?
Easier.
Papa.
Ryu killed your dad!
A fine battle. A fine performance.
Shut the fuck up.
Ah, Theodore, my brother. He was the ace up my sleeve. Your father died in an accident. My brother opposed my plan. He tried to stop it. That's why I had him die in the accident. What do you mean?
Why does fake Otacon not get stabbed by Ryu Hayabusa?
By your
He will eventually once he turns into a fucking four-armed demon.
brought him back to life.
Why not kill him
Of
now?
course, I didn't need his memory, so I erased them.
Cause
The mask controlled him through an AI. That's who you were talking
Look at all that 360 era bloom. Ryu
Yeah.
can't do all that bloom.
I wonder if he
I'm so
enjoyed
glad we
the
moved beyond that.
necessarily.
Looks so bad.
That weird, like, glisten on every single skin
look who's
model.
talking! You did a murder! Fuck
Although I do
you,
have to
video
say,
game.
what they've showed of the most recent Unreal Engine looks pretty fucking good.
The curse
Yeah.
is complete as well. You know, I was worried that you wouldn't be able to bear the burden, but you did.
And with Unity becoming even more toxic by the day, boy howdy, engine competition would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, but when it's just Unreal,
No, it is
But-
nap time quite
We
yet.
all suffer.
Come, Ninja.
yeah.
Get up.
Like, I guess Godot is gonna be the next thing. No, it's
Sure.
not.
Remember when it used to be Unreal versus id Tech, and then id lost that battle so horribly
Dragon sword. Purified, sin
it wasn't even a war?
shine
God,
into
fuck this game.
purity. It is
Like,
a
all of
sword
this shit just being
forever.
like, oh, look at you, murder man.
Why are you letting the Otaku wield the dragon sword?
And it's like, oh, look, you killed my daddy. You murder people. And it's like, what do you think the fucking terrorists do?
Did you not just see your father put on a mask and, like, fucking stab me 8, 9 times? Like, he's a fucking bad dude.
No,
It is done. 7 days it shall take.
His
Now,
mind
This is the
was
worst.
like something.
I'm
But-
just, I'm going over the Chinese New Year sale on Steam, and, boy, there's some good shit. You know,
Yeah.
Mighty Number 9's $3.
Oh, how much is the Mega Man X collection?
Hey, Braden, Wheel of Dubious Shooters, Escape Dead Island's $2 right now.
I already have Escape Dead Island. Don't worry.
Oh, fuck.
Like Serious Sam 4. I don't know. Don't play that. That seems
Fanta
like a bad
gifted me a
idea.
copy of Escape Dead Island
what the hell is
during the summer sale.
Homefront is $2. Fucking yeah.
Anyway,
first one-
like every fucking Ninja Gaiden game, you fight a big, stupid Colossus. And that's the final boss.
So this is it, right? Like, this is the end?
No, there's one more chapter.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. Shit, I should actually look this up. Looks like they're, like, Deep Silver is putting their games on sale, and I think I saw Arisen or one of those games.
I already...
You
Ha
already own
ha
all the
ha ha
Sacred
ha. Ha ha. Oh, weirdly enough, there's a Koei Tecmo sale happening, but Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z isn't included.
Ah, shucks.
Ha 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 ha. Ass. Just and a little
course,
little bit
of
of
course.
little bit of Divine Camel Toe for the kids.
Yeah.
God, fuck.
Fuck this game.
Yes. Video
Yeah, this
games are-
game just goes full Evangelion, huh?
No, it's worse than Evangelion. It's not even funny.
Who was that?
That was the guy you killed from the boss battle.
That yeah,
prior
that
to
was the
one.
old man
Oh.
we killed.
I thought he was coming down there to rescue you. That
No, Ayane rescues me. If I remember correctly. Or something. Anyway, it's like, hey, Ryu Hayabusa, do you feel bad for doing a murder?
You murdered that young child's parents. Father.
Look who's here. It's like, hey, remember me? From the better video game? Here's a sick-ass sword. Now fuck up some dudes.
Where am I?
We're on a JSDF destroyer in the infirmary.
You found me?
You were out there, floating, clinging to a piece of wreckage. Those wounds. I don't know how you made it, but
Yan,
here
yan,
you are.
yan.
You saved my life. Thank you.
I'm just glad you're okay, Hayabusa.
Call me Ryu.
Okay. Ryu.
He's just like, call me Ryu.
I couldn't
Or
say
whatever. I don't know. I can't make my voice go that deep.
I'm Troy Baker.
The man in the mask. He was Kana's father.
Theodore? It can't be.
And I cut him down.
Oh, I feel bad. I did a murder against this guy who was attacking me.
Right in front of her. She called me a murderer.
No!
Kana,
You're not a murderer. You're a sick-ass ninja.
she's gone.
That was Kana. Maybe she's going to Japan, trying to find her way home.
Then we'll follow her.
But in your condition,
I made a promise. To protect you and Kana.
All right. What?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I'm.
Mike.
Remember when Kana asked him to be your dad? You want to be? You want to be her dad?
This is so fucking weird.
we would all be together.
Yes. This entire game is so. Its storytelling is so laughable and bizarre. And yet they've put so much into it.
I'll go tell the others.
Anyway.
Hey, the helicopter's ready. Time to go.
Helicopter's ready. Time to go.
Anyway, I need to unfortunately get off.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's late in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, I should have gotten
Yeah.
off like an hour ago, but
Hey, Braden,
There's
I
stimulating
will
cover.
remind you when we can't go till like 11:30 this time again. So I will warn you when we get close to. What do you want me to, just in case? 9:30.
I mean, listen, I don't have any sort of time limit. I'm going to finish this game.
I feel like I still need to pay penance for the time I forced you to watch me play
Chrono Cross for 6 hours.
Yeah. I feel like I have not paid enough penance for that.
Now, listen, if you need to go to bed, you can go to bed.
I can't get any closer. It's too dangerous.
How will I know that you're not talking shit
You
about
heard
me?
him. This is where you get
Because I'm
off.
talking shit to your face right now.
Oh, right.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
Anyway.
Why do I keep buying adventure games that are good and I just keep not playing them in favor of trash? I
That's
think
a
I've got a sickness.
that's between you and God.
There are a lot of things between me and God, Braden. My least favorite thing about GOG is when you try to sort games from lowest price to highest price, and all you get are a bunch of demos for low
Yeah.
price because they're classified as being free.
The secret is that I already have 90% of the games I want on GOG.
This is the God system. Can't hold on much longer. Hurry.
Okay, yes, click show discount only. That makes all the demos disappear.
Have you beaten this yet?
No, he's getting
Last
close.
level.
This is the second to last boss.
How's
if I
episode
recall
8?
correctly.
It was, he got a hook shot.
Okay. like, you could say literally anything about the DLC for 15 and I would believe you. It's just like, yeah.
It's another thing that, like, with a very slight alteration where they for some reason show Ignis the ending of the game. If they just got rid of that thing, you could just also put that into the game. And you just slot in perfectly.
Yeah, well, they had to put it out.
Yep.
He plays really well, though.
That's nice.
It's very fast-paced, frenetic. He has like 3 different like modes, and he has like a super that's different depending on what mode you're in.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds alright. Reminds me of Yuffie in 7 Remake.
Yeah,
right. Maybe that was their, maybe he was the...
Yuffie is so fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious, how does she work? Because his thing was he had daggers, and you could either like enchant them with fire, enchant them with frost, or enchant them with lightning, and they completely changed all of his patterns and what they did. And then, he had a thing called Total Clarity you would build up. And they're like, if it was fire, it would do a ton of damage to a single target, frost, a bunch to lots of targets, and lightning was a thing where you do a ton of damage to only the things you have recently hit.
So Yuffie still uses the materia system in 7 Remakes version of the materia system, but the ways she juggles is
she's got ranged and melee shit.
So she can do close up, or she can air juggle them from a distance.
And doesn't she also have like a partner that she works with?
Yes. Who works basically using the same AI scripts as like some of the other characters you deal with. He's more of the tanky tank aggro drawing.
Yeah, but
that makes sense.
Yuffie's really
fun.
Made
a more complicated character that makes sense.
Oh look what I got! Last level of the game.
I did buy 7 Integrate on Steam in the sale, so.
Ay. Oh, hey, it's another industrial park with a bunch of destroyed shit in it. Cool.
No, this just looks like the city section from 2 at the beginning.
Well, it takes place in Tokyo. I'm in Tokyo, the obligatory final boss of every Ninja Gaiden game, which is like a weird Titan creature.
There wasn't that in 2. I mean, I guess there was one, but it wasn't the final boss.
Yeah, well, neither was the one in Ninja Gaiden 1.
Wasn't the end of Ninja Gaiden 1 like a...
You fight Mirai.
Mm-hmm. Names.
You fight your nunchuck uncle, who was behind it the entire time.
Your nunchuckle?
Nunchuckle, yes.
The guy you fight at the start of the game, yeah. He's evil. Which Brayden, because he played the Sigma version of the game, beat him on his first try.
Nunchuckle is my favorite.
I mean, he's not that hard of a boss.
No, Doku is way harder.
Remember how I cheesed Doku real bad?
Yeah, I got pretty pissed off because that's not how Black worked.
I bet you could do the same thing in Black.
I was too young to know.
Didn't I already kill this god? No, this is a different god I have to kill. This one has like a 12-year-old child in it.
So you have to do child.
But also, at one point when the demon god was rising out of the sea.
Brayden, hitting multiple enemies with Nimpo will heal you.
They're still doing that? Yep, there it is. That's great. Why ever just assume that they've seen the tooltip by this point?
Aww. I guess someone doesn't like fun.
I'm a noted fun hater. But I can't believe how many people have been like, oh, the Callisto Protocol, you garbage monger, and it's like...
The game's just okay. It's not terrible.
It's... You people out there being like, oh yeah, I'm really stoked for... whatever it is, what's a bad game that the kids like?
Fortnite.
Outlast?
Outlast 2. No, nobody likes Outlast 2.
Because it seems like in a common decency.
I thought you were trying to go with like horror games, but yeah what?
People still like Phasmo? Probably not.
Phasmo's not
Phasmophobia,
bad.
Not bad. It's just, you know, you have to have the right crew of people to play it. It's one of those games.
I'm being asked, what did you talk about in therapy to get you to buy the Callisto Protocol? And you know, it was more I just wanted to feel better about my life. Oh look, it's my dad and my boob friend, boob friend number 3. Thank you.
You've been burdened with my sins as well as your own.
Thanks, Dad.
Phasmo deserves a higher number, or a lower number, I guess.
Yeah, she's boob friend. Well, maybe she's boob friend number 2.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Ayana is boob friend number 1.
Yeah.
Again, it sure is weird that, you know, Ryu has this very close relationship with the other ninja clan in this franchise, and Hayate never comes to fucking help him.
He gave me his sword. He let me borrow his sword.
You literally spent an entire DOA game making sure that Kasumi didn't get assassinated. Because Hayate got his ass kidnapped because he's fucking bad at his job.
Look, I'm using Hayate's sword right now when I dual wield.
Yeah, he was bad at that job. Be a ninja, murder people. He got kidnapped by Do Attack.
To be fair,
the greatest ninjas.
Do you know how many Kasumi clones there are?
Yeah, there are a lot of Kasumi clones.
How many are there compared to Ken clones?
The doll program probably beats out.
But in terms of playable characters, there are no
more
less
dolls.
than 2 Kasumi clone characters playable in 6 or 5. One of them.
I tapped out at 5 because that's when the DLC got stupid.
Oh, when you got... Are you saying you don't want to get wedding dresses for every single female character?
How can I
It
live out
really
my
is.
fantasy?
6 is definitely when, like, Team Ninja definitely stopped giving a shit about their continuing the fighting game division of the team, because DOA 6 was just such a non-starter.
Hey, they put Mai Shiranui in it.
Yeah.
And Kula Diamond.
There's a character. I like Kula.
Yeah. Because she's like Kyo, but ice, and a girl.
Huh?
And she hangs out with K-Dash. My favorite... God, K-Dash is such a dumb... Like, of course he's the protagonist of King of Fighters 99. Of course in 1999 they're like, okay, what's the name for our cool new edgy protagonist? K-Dash.
But it's an actual dash. On
Yeah,
the
it's
letter
an
K.
apostrophe. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And he's always tied to Kyo.
Was like, ugh.
He has to
Kyo,
prove that
you
he's not
fucker.
just an imitation of Kyo.
I'm not like, I wear glasses and leather. And Kyo's like, I also wear leather. I do not wear sunglasses, though. And he's like, ugh, Mendokusai. Because you see...
Remember, they cloned K-Dash, and he became another K-Dash.
Well,
That's
yes,
his
they're-
actual name. Another K-Dash.
And then there's Chrysalid, who is a clone of K-Dash.
I was gonna make a Drizzt joke and I stopped myself.
No, Chrysalid, the boss of King of Fighters 99.
King Beidol.
King of Fighters 2002 Unlimited match literally has a Kyo clone team.
Yeah.
Literally 3 different moveset variants of Kyo from
It
throughout the
revels in the
series.
stupid.
And I believe Evil Kusanagi was added in 14.
There's also a Kyo prototype, because Kyo, not necessarily Kyo clone, but it's Seo, Kangbai Doll, well, it's like the clone team where Seo, SYO, is teamed up with Kangbai Doll, who is a clone for Ju Hoon.
Uh-huh.
King of Fighters is
You're making up
fun.
characters at this point.
No.
Dude, if you want to see some like Daddy looking shit, like you need to look at June's like character model, like fucking rip the fuck. It like
Oh
his,
yeah,
his character
because June's
great.
whole thing was he's like Kim Kafwan but fun, and also,
But also, what
impossible
they've
to
done to
play.
his pectorals and body is very funny.
I didn't even know that Kim wasn't in 15 because they're adding him, and I'm like, how do you do a KOF game without Kim? He's Korea's hero. He's very serious, and he wants to reform criminals by making them fight in tournaments.
That's the way you do it.
And he goes with his kicks. I'm just saying, God, I love KOF. It's a shame I will never play one again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish 13's netcode was better, because fuck, that's a great game.
15's pretty
When we
good,
played it-
apparently.
Yeah, when we played it a while ago, it was just like, oh, yeah, this game's really good, but also...
This netcode is like, you and I are on the same side of the country, and it was like, oh, this is chugging. It's okay, though. They're adding rollback to Guilty Gear Zerd. In case...
I don't really like Guilty Gear.
I'm just saying, it's very unfortunate that ArcSys is doing good by all of their older games and adding rollback.
Even Virtua
BlazBlue
Fighter
Cross
got
Tag.
rollback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't think the people who are in charge and funding SNK know a goddamn thing about a fighting game community.
If I remember correctly, 15 does have rollback.
Yeah, I'm not touching it.
But also...
Same as you, yeah.
Like, this is the most, like, no ethical consumption shit, but also... I don't know. It's pretty easy to not buy a Metal Slug game ever again.
Yeah, I mean, also at this point, you either have them in some service, like I do via GOG, or you can just emulate them.
Yeah, or, yeah, also KOF 98 and 2002 have rollback on PC. Like, all of those old SNK games
Games are
do.
good. Those games are good.
Let's play fucking Last Blade
King?
2.
I was gonna say, is King in 98?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course
She
she
dressed
is.
like a bartender?
Of course she
You
is.
can, if you do a
Okay.
special, you
She
can
says,
cause the
"Come
strip
on,
club," and
baby!
then you can see her bra if you do a special on her.
I don't think you
Not
can
what I
in
want.
98. But you definitely can in 13.
Yep.
I just want to shoot fireballs with my legs from the other side of the map, and when you get too close to me, I'm going to do the big kick.
Venom
over you,
Strike!
and repeat.
Venom Strike, yes.
It's
Or
the last-
Venom Strike, depending on which game you're playing.
Speaking of Venom Strike, when are you gonna kill this Elder God, Ninja God thing?
Oh, there are like at least 3 more boss fights left.
Ah, cool.
I mean,
I
I
gotta
could
tell
stop
ya-
right now.
If you like this game, Brayden, you should play Shinobi on the PS2.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I will.
But you should play Soul Reaver first.
Yeah, you should play that or Shadow Hearts Covenant.
The Last Blade 2 is real cool.
I think I probably own it via GOG.
I don't think the GOG versions have rollback, because I think they're just emulated Neo Geo games. Whereas the versions on Steam that are like regularly $5 on sale, if not even cheaper than that, are...
How does it control on a mouse and keyboard setup?
You know... If you want to claim to me that actually mouse and keyboards are just the budget version of a hitbox, I'll accept that argument. I'm not going to be happy. But also the people I do not have the wherewithal needed to actually like get competitive enough to want to buy a hitbox or a stick.
So mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, play Melty Blood against me with a mouse and keyboard. See how well you do.
I have no standards, so it would be fine.
Yeah, you'd be like, you'd pick Neko Arc, and then you'd be like, haha, fighting game.
I would pick Neko Arc, and you would get a perfect KO, and I'd say, yep, this is the true Neko Arc experience.
Neko Arc, I tried to play as Neko Arc. You need to try so much harder to do anything with Neko Arc, and I respect it.
It's great. I love it. Bring back joke characters that are absolute dog shit in the meta.
Yeah, because like when they brought Dan to Street Fighter V,
added Dan,
like Dan in Street Fighter V is a viable character.
Yeah, that's the problem. They fucked up.
He actually played like he's fun to play.
Like bring back dog shit characters.
Let's see. Yeah, CF has rollback, right? That's a kitty. They're adding Shingo to KOF. He's kind of the Dan of KOF.
Kind of.
I mean, he's like, because he's a Kyo groupie. And his whole thing is he tries to do Kyo's moves, but he doesn't have fire.
Yeah.
And also
So
he
does
names
the
his
move,
attacks. Yeah, he doesn't set them on fire. And that's...
They don't have the projectiles. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Which is funny because remember how Dan was a critique of SNK and then they made a Dan-like? That's the funny.
Yeah, Dan literally being based on, like, a drawing that I think Akiman did of, like, here's Sagat standing over Robert Garcia wearing a pink gi. And that turned into...
Fuck SNK.
That turned into everyone's favorite Street Fighter Alpha character. No notes. Dan Hibiki is perfect. Like, he sucks so fucking much. As he should. And then there was... Remember how there was Servbot and Roll in MVC2?
People would actually play Servbot because his hitbox was so fucked.
Yeah.
A Yoda situation?
Yeah, it was a Yoda situation.
But also, like, Servbot does so little damage that it just ends in a timeout.
Yeah, that's viable.
But that was the technique, is you would take chip damage, then switch to Servbot and just fuck around.
Yes, Roll is great. Because she's like Mega Man, but worse. And also she has, like, this amazing J-pop theme. I believe she's in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, everyone's favorite.
Man, you want to talk about a franchise that died a death by a million cuts? Let's talk about Marvel vs. Capcom, because holy shit.
It wasn't 1,000 cuts, it was one cut.
One game. One game.
And also Disney buying Marvel.
Yeah, also that.
Because that's... Hey, what's up, kid?
Tell me, what
Remember me?
Muramasa again? Is he murdering people this time, or is he just being a boring old man, not killing people?
Only those with dragon blood.
But she bore the dragon sword.
They took my blood.
This looks like some sort of
MVC3 is great. I don't know. I feel like that's... People went back to that when Infinite came out. Oh yeah, no, MVC3 is beloved.
Is this the end of Dude, Where's My Car?
Yes.
Sure. I was gonna say this looked like some sort of Nier Automata boss model, but yeah, sure.
No, okay, yeah. Then there's the shot of the man and his son looking up at and seeing the panties. And
Oh,
going,
Joku just messaged me. And he started playing Ninja Gaiden Sigma, and he was confronted with a "please connect to controller" message because the game does not have keyboard and mouse.
Boo.
Oh yeah, the mod scene for you MVC3 is nuts. Also, yeah, because yeah, you definitely want to play this game with a mouse and keyboard.
She's my daughter.
But yeah, is Marvel vs. Capcom dead? Like
Yes.
the entire franchise, it's dead, right?
Oh, fucking right.
Yeah, I would say that's a series that might actually just be dead because just of the property bullshit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Disney's not going to sign off on another one of those games.
No,
these
absolutely
days,
not.
right?
Like, Disney wants too much control for it to ever be fun. Oh, fucking right.
Oh right, the driving sequence, huh?
Hey.
Or this is the turret sequence. Yeah, this shit. Right, Western games, right?
Yeah, Westerners love turret sequences. Fuck this game. Like,
I love turret sequences.
every time I play this game, and it's like, oh, I'm having a great time. I'm fucking ripping dudes apart. I'm playing a video game.
Still, to be perfectly honest, I am still flabbergasted that. I mean, it makes sense when you look at like the reasoning for it, but like, I'm still shocked that Sora actually got into Smash.
Yes. Like, what blood
Because-
price did Nintendo have to pay?
Or not just that, but what did Square have to do for Disney to like drop the grudge? Like,
because of the theme park.
Yeah, like that is the reason why Sora was not in Smash is because Disney was like, you are absolutely not putting this on a Nintendo console. This is a fucking war. Like,
We have Avatar World. Which, by the way, is Avatar 2, Avatar Way of Water, the highest grossing film yet? How much money has it made in China? 80 billion?
I was under the impression that it was doing well in China, but it was still disappointing because of the COVID surge is leading to people not going to the theater. No, yes, Square does own Sora, which is why it's a weird thing to
No,
where,
I think Disney
however-
owns all of those characters.
Yeah, they own all of the characters. They own, like, the video game rights to develop them, but all of the characters are Disney. So, if Square wants to do something, they have to ask Disney's permission. But also, yeah, like, Disney was like, you're absolutely not putting our characters on a Nintendo console, because they picked a side in our war against Comcast, and they picked the wrong side. Fuck them. And Square Enix is like, but Smash is popular. Sora's been the most demanded character. It's like, fuck off. And somehow they convinced them to drop the grudge temporarily.
I just assume it's just like someone had to cut off their finger and give to Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Go fast. What are you doing?
Okay.
I mean, yeah, Sora is... I appreciate that Sora in Smash, like, plays like Sora. In that he's
Sure.
floaty. He's floaty as fuck. Oh. I got that gripper murder.
From what it has been said is that in order to just make the game possible, Square Enix had to give Disney license more than they probably should have. So Square Enix does not actually have as much of the creative IP rights control as you think. Because if you go to Tokyo Disney, you will totally see a person dressed up as Sora. And that's the only way you can see Disney even openly recognize Kingdom Hearts on official Disney.
Okay. Did you see the pilot animatic there's gonna be Disney stuff in 4.
Too hard, do you?
Yeah.
Do you ever give up, murderer? Still you thirst for blood.
Shut the fuck up.
Cliff?
How many people have you killed?
Didn't I? I'm taking good care of Connor.
Don't play games. Cliff, surely you don't mean...
Yeah, right, Lionheart?
Why Kana?
They also have a special
It was supposed to be your
Kingdom
sister's
Hearts
side.
themed room or set of rooms in Tokyo Disneyland where you use a keyblade to open your door and it's all themed to Kingdom Hearts.
And our plans for a new world went to hell.
Yeah, send it to him.
Send it to me. But
Look
yeah,
at this
the
image of this.
the Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, a leaked Kingdom Hearts animatic. Oh Jesus!
Could you send it to me? Because I think I know what image he sent you, but I want to see it too.
It's fine. I don't want to actually look at the cutscenes for this game.
Cliff, you're insane.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Because right now I need to not look at the images that of an anime lady that you sent me that I still have to look at.
Oh,
yeah,
oh yeah, that. Yeah. When I was like, I need to take screenshots of this scene, but I need.
Yeah. So yeah, Tokyo Disney is the only place you can find any form of
Look at
Kingdom
this!
Hearts.
Look at this fucking goober!
He's got 4 hands. He's like,
behold the new form of mankind. We're all gonna be stupid 4-armed crystal golems. God, this game sucks.
You're the one playing it.
It's your this is on you. You have the ability to stop whenever you
No.
want.
Chris, I don't think you ever get to say that.
You don't either. You always complete the games you start.
And you're like,
I'm
oh,
talking
this
about
is
the
terrible.
quality.
I can't play it the exact way I want to.
That's not what I said. I was saying you complete what you start.
Ah, okay. I don't always complete what I start.
Well, at least this boss doesn't look like it's all that hard.
No. Oh. Now I let him grab me. Of course there's a Ninja Gaiden anime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the NES game and Super NES games were very popular. In the West and in Japan, so it makes perfect sense. Also, if you're someone who's like, oh my god, there's this hot ninja property, we can make our own fucking cheap Ninja Scroll wannabe. Oh, I was not aware that this was available on YouTube.
You
See,
put it
there we
right up
go.
alongside the Dragonlance movie. Things to watch that you
Same.
never actually will watch.
Oh, Braden, you should watch this.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's like that Shin Megami Tensei anime from the 90s that's absolute dog shit. But this looks great. Oh, 90s era animes.
Yeah.
You like big eyes?
Oh man, it's dark and got the classic shading. This is great.
Watch some Slayers.
Oh, it's got a synth soundtrack. Oh man, this is great. I need to post this in... Oh my god. This is awesome.
Let's watch some Record of Lodoss War.
Hell yeah, let's watch Record of Lodoss War and then not look up what that guy did for the rest of his career.
It's fine. What's the worst that he could do?
I mean, yeah. I mean, get money, get paid. Get money, get paid.
Yeah.
All right, I added it to you. It's only 40 minutes. It's a classic OVA.
Oh, it's an OVA?
Yeah, it's a 40-minute. It's a 1 hour OVA, so it's 48 minutes. This soundtrack is fucking great. But Ryu starts out without a mask, and it already fucked up.
Oh, you mean like this game?
You have to humanize him, Raiden. He's
Yeah.
gonna be a dad.
What if
they've
there's
got
a
the
little
classic
girl
anime
who
sound
wants Ryu to
effects.
be her daddy?
This is good.
I would love to watch Macross Plus. It'd be great if there were more legal ways to watch Macross instead of, let's say, catering to the whims of a small, shitty holding company.
Let's watch Original Gundam.
Okay.
No,
That's on
the Wings
Crunchyroll.
shit.
Gundam 79, yeah.
Man. Raiden, you have to at least watch the first 5 minutes of this. This is fucking incredible.
I'm trying to beat this stupid fucking video game.
I know. When you're done with this, but like... Oh, man, it's set in New York. And New York looks exactly like you fucking think. Ryu opened his own antique store, and it's called Ryu's Shop.
What?
Listen, how you probably get some loot defeating ancient civilizations.
And so he opens a store?
He opens an antique store. This is good. I gotta post it. Can I post this in your chat? I'm gonna post this in your
Post
chat.
it in my chat. I don't care.
Don't tell the cops.
Be cool.
Listen. All cops are ninjas. No, they aren't.
Oh, what did the record of Lodos War dude? Dude super went back into doing hardcore pornography.
Whatever. Good for him.
Yeah, good
Get
for
paid.
him. Get paid.
Yeah, it's great, because...
And then I think he came back so as that he could do that Fire Emblem gotcha game. And I think
Sure.
he's now back into doing non-stuff, but yeah, just get paid. Gives a shit. Fuck it. Like, he has a credit in one of those reboot Japanese Eero wizardry games that
Sure.
Braden knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, hey, Lionheart, remember that shitty Fire Emblem gotcha game? Still exists. It's still
Hero?
the only Nintendo mobile game that made any sort of money.
Heroes, right?
Yep. It's bad.
Yeah, it's a gotcha game.
Yeah.
It still has the tactics, though, so it's
Uh-huh.
No, but it's like a weird bite-sized amalgamation of Fire Emblem that, like, if you squint, but also it's still a gotcha, so it's all just fucking grindy bullshit.
I need to find a 5-star Anna.
Oh, don't
Now-
worry, Anna's
now I
one of
need
your
to find-
starting units.
I need
Wait,
to find a
did
5-star
you
platinum
can't say
Anna.
that, Braden. You can't say that because Pokemon Go is still a huge
Pokemon
deal.
Go is not a Nintendo... Pokemon Go, Nintendo has to split the profits with the Pokemon Company and Niantic. Whereas Fire Emblem Heroes...
internal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they shit canned that other mobile game that was there first a while ago.
Oh, they added the Fire Emblem, they added the Tokyo Mirage Justice characters. That's great. Just
good.
like, hey, what if none of your cool abilities works against this guy and you just had to dodge his stupid attacks and then hit him?
Get Maiko out there. Get Barry.
And then it's like, oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, but that...
Yeah, Dragalia lost.
Nintendo owns a third of the Pokemon Company. Nintendo does not own all of the Pokemon Company.
Yeah, but even though they shut down Dragalia Lost, I think they reported that by 2019 that game had already made $100
Yeah, Mario
million.
Kart Tour is a thing, and it's not nearly as successful as they wanted it to be. Also, Mario Kart Tour sucks.
Kind of like Mario Run.
Like, Nintendo never figured out how to make mobile games good.
Which is why they contract them out.
I mean, Pokemon Go was also bad, but...
It was a cultural phenomenon, and they've done enough to keep it going. Like, people are still playing that game. Like, is it this giant cultural fucking phenomenon that it was like 3 years ago? No.
I just
no
love how the
game
wind up
is.
on that grab is like half a second.
What is...
So basically,
is it
related
Brave
to 15.
Exodus? Oh, is it the 15 tower defense game?
There's a 15... What?
There's a 15 tower defense game.
Of course there is. Yeah, Relkin, now you gotta play, what is it? 15 mobile.
I'm good.
The one with the chibi versions of the characters that...
I don't need that. I've already discovered that a lot of the additional stuff is alternate canon, so I don't care. I will watch Kingsglaive.
They already got you.
That's fine.
Like, I am incentivized to straight up just not attack. Because I do damage, I do way more damage countering his grab than I do actually trying to... See? And then, because I got in, immediately grabbed me.
Yeah, I am aware of the tower defense Final Fantasy 15 game. Yeah,
it's great.
It's a city builder tower defense.
Sure, you could be saying anything right now, and I'd believe you.
It's made $500 million.
Great. Good.
So
maybe that is a thing that will lead to 15 eventually getting a chance to see Blood Data again.
Or they'll just put more money into 7 Remake.
Yeah, or they'll just do nothing. I mean, it's like
Kitase, or what's his name? Yoshida, not Yoshi P, the other Yoshida.
Matsuda?
Yeah, Yoshi.
Oh.
Said there was going to be another thing this year besides 16 and more on 7 Rebirth.
Well, you know the only reason that Saga Frontier got that remaster is because like the Saga Frontier Re-Universe or whatever it does so well for them.
Yeah.
So maybe
remasters were also, some of those remasters were good, some of them were not.
I meant the Saga Frontier ones.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm just saying the reason that series has gotten any attention is because of the mobile game. So who knows? Maybe the tower defense thing will someday lead to another version of Final Fantasy 15 that is fixed slightly.
Never.
Can I be real with you?
What?
I would rather have a fixed version of 15 than a remake of Tactics at this point, and that is my favorite game. My reason being is because War of the Lions already exists, and I can just put that on PPS as PP, and it's fine.
I hear what you're saying. Which one of those two is going to make more money?
15 probably has already made, and its related things has probably already made far more money than...
I think that there's an innate... I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, he took away my bow. Now what will you do, old ninja? Look, I'm a 4-armed dickhead.
I think the innate problem with doing anything with 15 is so many people have now moved on from the consoles where their save data is, so you're going to sell DLC for games that are maybe locked to a previous generation of consoles.
Oh, hey, you do realize that you can play War of the Lion as well now, right? Like, it was only fucked on the original hardware.
Who are you talking to?
WWK.
Oh, okay. But anyways, that's what I think would be the weird hiccup there.
That's what I want.
Come on, try and grab me, you stupid.
Why not just make 15 too at that point? Just
Because
make
15 ends very firmly. Like, the darkness is beaten permanently.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what they said about 10.
Did they?
They
ends with
defeated
all sorts of
Sin.
weird uncertainty.
They defeated you, Yevon.
Who are they? Those are fake names. Making up bullshit.
You know, you. Because they never call him Tidus.
Keep playing the DLC, Ralkin.
Yeah, beat Ignis.
Yeah. Now you just need to do episode Arden and see how you feel.
Tomorrow I'm gonna play Comrades.
Did you play the beat 'em up game that where you play as his father?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why would I? It's not in the game.
It's an interesting experiment.
Neither is Kingsglaive.
Yeah, that W knows what I'm talking about. Sin does come back canonically in the audio drama that plays when you play
Yes,
the credits.
I am aware of the final. Yes, the audio drama.
I forced you to listen.
Because you forced me to listen to it. They got fucking.
And remember, not only that, but Auron had a child as a ghost man. His ghost semen impregnated a woman, and
Shut up.
He had a child.
Is that better or worse than Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Zombie Child? Because your character turns into a zombie and gets the lady pregnant.
Yeah, no, Auron has a daughter. He conceived a daughter while a ghost man. I am more than happy to show you the dog shit mystery dungeon and that god-awful fucking audio drama that is in the HD remaster of 10.10.2.
I'm good.
No, I'm saying this to Lionheart. I can show this.
I can show you the world. Dazzling, shimmering splendor.
I have not finished that that mystery dungeon game too.
No, because
apparently
it's not a very good mystery dungeon game. Last mission is bad.
Yeah, it's one of the lowest ranked games we've ever had on the podcast.
Oh, if I have to...
Brayden, this might be a thing to where you're starting to hit the...
Nope.
You might be tired.
Nope.
Nope.
No, he's been going as long as he did yesterday. He can do it.
Okay.
He's gonna beat this game tonight, and then he's not gonna play it again ever.
Yeah, definitely not.
I love how he had one sliver of health left. Oh, you're gonna kill his girlfriend? This is the dumbest boss
Look!
model.
It's this doofus!
This doofus galoofus.
Oh, it's Seth.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Theodore.
no. Wrong thing.
And he's all like, what's up, dipshit?
I'm a lady now.
Why, Cliff?
You all liked my brother so much. You and Connor and Saya.
Everyone liked you because you weren't a weird alchemist.
To wear that mask and see the world.
I hate
So we're gonna humanize the devil?
Yeah, humanize this doofus.
No, he already killed the devil and the super devil.
Ha ha ha, no. Galleon, yes!
It is maybe one of the best lines in video game history.
The world will die. If you kill the goddess, Ghana will die.
The writing, the delivery.
Things come to an
What? Excuse me?
What?
For this game, you need to be online, Brayden.
Did you lose
Can you really
internet?
not beat the game without being on the internet?
Why is my internet? I mean, I'm still
Stream
streaming.
about to die? Is the stream about to die?
Okay.
Oh my god, how much progress did you lose?
Do you have to
None.
redo the fight?
Oh fuck, thank god. Oh, it's streaming live. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm still streaming. Also, I bought this game. This is not through Game Pass. Oh.
This is a sign. This is a sign. Brayden, this is a sign.
No,
God
I'm
knows
almost
that you
done.
are not. God knows that you're not having a good time.
Questions. So many things to ask.
That can wait. First, we need to do something about those injuries.
God knows. Huh?
Yeah. What would you have done, Brayden, if you had to redo the fight?
Remember how long I spent playing Sonic the Hedgehog?
Remember when you tried to betray your fans by saying you finished Sonic, but you didn't?
What are you talking about? I finished Sonic and then I finished it again. On stream.
I was there for it.
Forget it. All right. Guess that's a dragon ninja for you.
Wow, look at how much easier it is when you have a companion that can at least take one enemy away from you. Also, this pink crystal motif is kind of dumb.
Yes.
It's like I'm fighting rock candy. The shittiest candy.
Because it's just sugar, but it breaks your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember doing rock candy projects in elementary school where you made it and it's like, ah, cool, we made our candy. Oh wait, this tastes like dog shit.
Because it just tastes like sugar.
And food coloring.
No, I have not finished Sonic Unleashed on the Wii yet. That'll probably be my weekend game.
What about Soul Reaver?
Still 13 days left in January.
Really, it would not take you more than 3 sessions, if that. I bet you could probably do it in
You're
2.
so
like,
close
3
to actually at least getting past.
Listen, I got stuck and I didn't know where I was going.
I have a
and
brand. You create these brands and then you don't see them to the end.
Shut the fuck up. Am I not finishing my plate right now?
Who asked?
You people being like, oh, you can stop when you want, except
I
when...
want you to write something about Ninja Gaiden.
I already did. 3 years ago.
Oh, right. You did. Forgot about that. See, all that pandemic vlogging is just a complete blur. Man. Yeah, and the Soul Reaver side quest stuff is so inconsequential, you don't need to do it.
Yeah, it's
unless you really want to have every single piece of equipment, which you shouldn't.
No, you don't need it. I don't think I really ever use like the Flame Reaper or anything. But also, it's less like side content and more like they probably meant to do something with this entire city full of humans at some point. And
Oh, they did. A lot of Soul Reaver was cut.
Still a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Brayden would actually, like, legitimately, genuinely enjoy a lot of the writing in that game.
I know. And then I gotta...
I know you like Tony J.
I do like Tony J, R.I.P. What did I think of Triangle Strategy? I need to play more of it. Like, my feeling on Triangle Strategy was that game is, like, totally solid and well-made. And also, they talk way too fucking much at the beginning of that game, and that it leaves a very bad first impression.
Where does, at this point, like, where does everyone stand with, like, Blood Omen 2?
I think it's still hated.
People still hate it? Because there definitely were people who were like, man, like Jeff Gerstmann, were like, man, I love Blood Omen. And then Legacy came out, and it's like, this isn't Blood Omen. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, it's better. It's much better.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, don't get me wrong. The original Blood Omen was, like, a fun experience.
Yeah,
but
it's neat.
That game...
Vae Victis.
Yeah, Vae Victis. Does anyone still care about Legacy of Kain? I do.
Yeah, I do.
Weirdos on the internet do.
Like Temur.
Yeah, well, Temur's like, hey, this is like Elden Ring, innit? Listen, Tam gave Deathloop a 10 out of 10. Can't be trusted.
I can't wait until I play it and find out that I love it. And
yeah, and I'm just
going. Good exasperated sigh from Brain.
I'm not. Deathloop is the closest a video game has come to, like, turning me into a fucking, you fucking game critics and your fucking soft, weak sensibilities.
It's like the Titanic of video games for me.
Like, that... I cannot emphasize enough, like, Deathloop is a totally competent, decently made video game.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I call it the Titanic of video games. The crowd pleaser, it does everything that it wants to do. Like, Deathloop aimed for a target, nailed the target, spectacularly accurate, but it's Titanic. It's like what it aimed for was not necessarily a hard target to hit.
What if video games didn't have friction?
Yeah, also, Temur is really weird and gatekeepy about Souls and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, I only care about FromSoft. Like, he doesn't like Neo.
The fact that most of them are well, not most of them, but like a lot of the stuff they've done is not actually especially good compared to some of their older ones. I still haven't bothered to beat Sekiro.
See, I like Sekiro, but also
Bloodborne isn't that good. It's fine.
You're fucking wrong about that. But anyway, my point is,
I really like the Bloodborne board game. Except only with the expansion. Only with the expansion pack, though.
Uh-huh.
No, the Bloodborne board game is actually pretty good.
See, when I thought about messaging you when I was at that board game swap meet, because I'm like, hey, do you know, instead I just bought the Arkham Horror card game and Clank in Space.
And it's a good card game.
Yeah, because
it has a solo mode.
I'm not gonna play a card game of myself. That's sad.
I play board games with solitaire
modes.
Like, Lionheart, Lords of the Fallen is a terrible fucking video game.
It's fine.
They're making a second one.
Lords of the Fallen.
How does it make you feel, Braden, that they're making a second?
It's different developer.
It's a good trailer.
Like, the whatever weird rights shit surrounds that game.
And besides, aren't those people the ones that wanted to make the Surge, right? Like,
yeah, like the Lords of, Deck 13 figured it out. They made the Surge.
Which is okay.
Which I think is a very solid video game. Like, has some frustrating bullshit in it, but also, I think has such a strong identity compared to Lords of the Fallen.
You know, when you consider the fact that they made Ankh and Jack Keen, games that I will likely have to play at some point. God, the Ankh games.
Just
fuck.
If you're a German video game developer, you're legally obligated to have made at least one bad adventure game in the 2000s.
people like crosscode, right?
Crosscode is cool.
I lost interest with it.
But also, it's one of those things where it's like you're doing the fake MMO thing, which means you have MMO-like game design.
Yeah, a lot of bad quest design.
And like, don't get me wrong, it's like it's really good in a sense of like I could see someone who is not me playing that game for like 100 hours easily. But me, it was just like, okay, this is really neat. I don't know if I have the patience.
What's the name of the fake MMO back on the PS2? Dot Hack.
Dot Hack.
You mean the world is what it's called in the game. I tried playing Dot Hack GU.
Oh,
recently.
yes,
The
that's right.
animation
I have
is
to
overwhelming.
be careful about my words, but Lords of the Fallen 2 is the Lords of the Fallen.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Because
Even better.
it's not even the original developers. It's not Deck 13.
It's CI Games.
Yeah.
What a weird fucking thing. Okay, fine, whatever.
Anyway, you ready for one last fight against this dipshit?
Hey, thanks for going back to your old outfit, not the dumb.
Yeah, I put him
one
back
you're
in.
using.
I put him back in his old outfit.
That other outfit was bad.
Oh yeah, Dot Hack.
That's what I said.
Dot
I
Hack
said
sign
that
is
like a
fucking
minute
amazing.
ago.
He does this
No,
all
I'm
the
just
time.
reading. No, guys, I was reading.
Yeah, I know, but I'm the one that said it like a
I'm just
minute
trying to
ago.
respond to something in his chat. I can't respond to something in his chat.
Field seems to have been cast
He's not listening to us now either.
Anyways, no, Dot Hack sign is a banger.
Yeah, but that's not the one they did an HD collection for.
I was,
Yeah, and made new content for it as well, from what I understand.
anime. Ah, boy.
I played all 4 Dot Hack games.
What are you doing?
Nobody else needed to do that.
I understand.
Hey.
If you want me to play the Sword Art Online games, I'm more than happy to go back to the well. I'll
Why
do
would
it.
you?
I'll do it. I'll do it. I did one. I can do it. I can do it.
You'd be better off playing the Dot Hack games.
I can do it.
Your fate. To use that sword
I hate this.
to cut down my daughter,
Which one do you want me to play?
to kill her.
Did they fix the translation for that one bad PSP game? Is it still terrible?
Wait, who the fuck are you fighting now?
I'm fighting the
Is this
Mask
Anarchy?
Man again.
That's the Mask Man, except he doesn't have a mask.
Except now he doesn't have the mask.
Now he's okay with capitalism. His character design literally was just Anarchy from DC. Shamelessly.
Is there some sort of new technique you can use, or is it the same boss battle?
It's pretty much the same boss battle. See? Except now that grab does half my health.
Cool. That's cool. I would imagine the Sword Art Onlines are just mediocre. Hey, Brayden, as someone who watched me play...
I watched you play that and I wanted to die.
As someone who watched me play Sword Art Online for over 40 hours.
Yeah, hey, you like the worst anime, like, slice of life skits?
They're not even good. Remember the part where we found out a character had AIDS?
Sure do.
I saved that clip on YouTube.
Yeah, that was a bad game. You shouldn't have played it.
I did, though. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna say you shouldn't have played it.
As opposed to this game, which I should have played. So the world knows.
I feel like
there is some redeeming factor to Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's
Honestly,
Edge.
the mirror match the mirror match was the one point you were playing this game, I was just like, yeah. Yeah.
Where did you go?
It's okay.
Yeah, these games, huh? Joku
And
was
this fight
messaging me
actually
and being
seems
like,
okay.
Nunchuck Man is hard. And I'm like, yeah! And then I'm grabbed and I'm dead. Okay, I'm not dead. Now I'm dead. Oh yeah, but yeah, the SAO games are a crime.
Complete dog shit.
Like, just the laziest anime tropey garbage.
Those terrible little cutscenes with just the standing portraits. Not even facing each other. Like no
Not even
effort
like
put in.
what you want. Like, it's just these characters bouncing off each other in the blandest way possible. And then it's terrible action RPG combat.
Also, it's like, why did you guys go to an? Why are you in another MMO?
After it almost killed you.
Because then Reki Kawahara wouldn't have been able to write more Sword Art Online novels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know his name.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
What if I told you about SAO Alternative?
I mean, I can't talk. I watched the entirety of the remake of Bubblegum Crisis.
There was a remake?
Yeah, it's okay, but it's not as good.
Listen, at
Sorry,
least you're
what
not
is
watching
good?
fucking Cutie Honey.
I don't know what that is.
Fuck, Jesus.
You know what? Okay, Cutie Honey is basic. Okay, do you know who Go Nagai is?
God.
No.
Go Nagai
Nagai.
is... He's up there with Tezuka as, like, very important to the
Very
anime.
important to anime, but also very, very...
Also a weird fucking pervert. He made
Also-
an anime called... a manga called Devil Man. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Okay, I don't want to hear any more about this. I don't
Mazinger
like
Z,
thinking about it.
like a very important pioneer of both mecha and like the horror genre of manga and anime, but also was like, what if I actually, instead of just doing panty shots, actually showed fucking? And it's like, oh, go
But also,
die.
Cutie Honey, the original magical girl.
Yeah. Basically single-handedly invented the magical girl genre and was like,
What if I
very
told you
important
her
to
top
Kuroko.
comes off when she transforms into Cutie Honey? Because it's the 70s and nothing matters. And
Like
it's
both-
How old is she?
like 15, of course.
Like both Kintaro Murai, who is the Berserk guy,
Yeah.
and Hideaki Anno have said if it weren't for Go Nagai, they would not have gotten into anime.
But yeah,
when
Cutie
you consider the
Honey's
content-
like, hey man, you like boobs?
I should go back to Berserk. It's just so much to read. And also
Yeah.
occasionally just goes so incredibly dark and fuck, you're just like, okay, just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, to his credit, Mura was like, you know, I regret making shit as crazy.
Or just innately nihilistic.
Rapey.
He- Mirai apprenticing under the Hajime no Ippo guy.
You've said his name like 8 times. It's Kentaro Miura.
Is very funny to me.
But yeah, Cutie Honey is one of those things, let's say someone I know, who is, makes me look stable and, like, player of good enjoyment, by comparison, got into Cutie Honey, and it was just him being like, this is the worst thing I have ever seen.
Yeah, why you gotta put Joku on blast like that?
No, it's not Joku. Oh yeah, so Joku, the fun thing about Ninja Gaiden 3 is, yeah, it's just, hey, you like pattern memorization and just...
What if the bosses didn't allow you to do the cool special abilities that make the game fun?
Yeah, what if... Like...
Yeah, it's too bad, because it feels like these patterns make for a decent boss fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if you just put on easy and beat the game and then went to bed?
Absolutely fucking not. I'm a gamer. And also,
What if
I just realized
told
you can Izuna drop him.
Raiden, what if I told you that Go Nagai has a cameo in The Toxic Avenger Part 2?
Sure. That checks out. That seems like the people he would be hanging out with.
Have you thought about using your Nimpo powers to get health back?
I
Raiden?
can't.
I bet you if you were struggling with this battle, it would still give you that tooltip.
No, it wouldn't, because I turned them off.
I
I love
but
it
I'm
when
saying-
bosses put you into canned animations that you can't do anything about.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
They do like 3/4 of your life.
Yeah, it's good.
Have you thought about hitting his weak point?
For massive damage.
Yeah.
See, he does the... It's... Shut the f...
Capcom Samurai PS2 games, Onimusha? I think we were just talking about Onimusha yesterday.
Yep, we were.
I own the first 3.
I think that first Onimusha's bad.
I like it.
When was the last time you played it?
4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
I will say, I think once you get down into the basement, that game gets worse. It's just a matter of like the enemy types they start to introduce flood you with.
I got the speedrun achievement for that game by accident when I played it the first time.
Yeah, it's not a very hard game.
Is Onimusha worth it? No.
Yeah.
It's the awkward bastard child between Devil May Cry and Resident Evil, and it's not good at either of those things.
Yeah, play the one with Jean Reno.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3, it goes behind the back.
Yeah, it'd be
Right.
great if that was legally available anywhere.
Do it for Jean
I have a
Reno.
copy.
Would you be willing to sell it to me?
Gotta
Okay.
keep it forever.
Then our conversation is over.
Maybe I'll play it one day. 2 is a weird one though, because 2, I can't really remember. I remember it was strangely structured.
Yeah. Like, the fact that this is the boss fight they make you do 4 times. is actually the most infuriating part.
The fact that this is the boss fight that you first start your game off
Yeah.
feels so raw.
That grab, a four...
How does it make you feel, Braden?
I do not care for this. Yeah, it's like Virgil, but, well, yeah, no, because once again, with Virgil, you can use the mechanics of the video game. Whereas this guy, the only way to beat him is to just dodge him over and over and over again until he finishes his attack string. And then...
Wow. He also has, he can get hit through, the block.
And yeah, he can break your block really easily.
Did you really just do what I think you did?
What are you talking about? I just gave someone a timeout.
I remember I got a timeout for talking too much about the story of Resident Evil Village.
It's not that I don't appreciate the peanut gallery.
Mm.
It's
Otherwise,
that
you wouldn't have it in the first place.
Let me know when you have to go to bed.
I probably will tap out in about 20, 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, I have great news. It's probably going to take me longer to beat the final boss.
I bet you can do it. Is this not the final boss?
No, of course not.
No,
Oh,
you have to fight a
okay.
giant monster.
You have to fight the giant titty thing.
Oh, that sucks. Oh yeah, and then there's probably a boss after that.
No, that's the final boss.
After this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. Are you having a heated gamer moment?
Not yet.
I'm very close.
He hasn't said any racial slurs, so a no.
So Braden, if you were to do a ranking of bad Ninja Gaiden bosses, would this get a 10
One.
out of 10?
Why would you do that?
Because it creates noise in the world.
So people remember I'm here.
That's what listicles are for. They exist to create noise.
This side dodge technique is doing you well.
I need to still bait the right attacks.
Ugh. I'm sorry.
And then sometimes he's not vulnerable after.
Ugh.
There's someone who said, actually this game's good, and I'm like, look at this fight and tell me it's good.
Look me in the eyes.
This is also the same person who when I said, I got the Callisto Protocol, they're like, hell yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I attract the right people.
Ah. Tell me a superlative this game wins for your 2023 blog.
Game
What's
I
the
wish I hadn't
superlative?
replayed. Actually, that's not true. I'm fine with this. Because,
Worst
but
boss, most heated gamer moment. My only thing about bosses like this is that, and I feel like the From games are at least a little bit better about this with how you can do like parries or like ultimate attacks and stuff, or like finding the little fleshy part where you do an extra attack for extra damage, is if you're gonna give the boss a way to like grab me and then do massive damage, I should be able to do that in some capacity to the boss.
oh, and I'm dead.
God, Jesus. Oops. Is this worse than the dinosaur?
Yeah.
What makes you feel any better, Braden? I have hit a wall in Kingdom Rush, so yay failure.
Kingdom Hearts is light.
What?
I know now that Kingdom Rush is light.
I don't even know what he's saying or referencing.
Referencing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are talking about most of the time, but I've gotten pretty good at least pretending what I know sometimes. Is that the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3, Brayden?
No, it's the ending of Kingdom Hearts the first.
Oh, okay. It's been a while.
Remember how Billy Zane is the bad guy?
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
is
remember
4
Christopher
coming out
Lee
this
was in
year?
one of
4 is never coming out. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it is. But it's not coming out this year.
I wonder how much they will... Because with 3, they de-emphasize the whole Square characters, like Final Fantasy characters.
Until
they
the
did
DLC.
I wonder where in the pendulum things are gonna swing if they will
Remember
be
how
forced to
Sora's
de-emphasize
in
the
modern
Disney
day
stuff.
Shinjuku?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, are they gonna de-emphasize the Disney stuff because the rights are all
Donald and
fucked up?
Goofy are still in the game.
I wish that it had never contained Disney stuff.
It was a huge selling point when the game first came out.
Yeah, I know. I just think I personally would like the
You
idea
did
of
it. Do you want me
big,
to unban?
crazy Final
did
Fantasy,
it.
the universes
Do
colliding.
you want me to unban them? No.
Yeah,
Sorry about
yeah.
Okay.
The curse?
Damn.
Okay.
The grip of
We
murder
have a
is
heater
such a
gamer
pain in the
moment.
ass to undo.
Oh, he left.
Oh.
Oh, no, wait, there he is.
It's my atonement. Now,
On timeout.
A lot of fan art of...
the rest is in your hands.
Oh, there's chipping.
Oh, look, my arm.
Is that the daughter? Is that the girl's
Take off
real dad?
again.
Yeah.
Oh
You just
no!
And
willingly
now...
taking off his mask sucks
Ugh.
shit.
The character model just looks bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Unreal, like, glistening skin stuff that was
Now I
so
have
bad.
the true art of the Inferno.
No, like I say, there's no sexual tension between these two guys.
No.
The sexual tension is between Hayate and Ryu.
I think Kay is talking about Riku
Oh, right,
and
Riku
Sora.
and Sora. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it sexual tension or is it just male friendship?
They're the same thing.
Yeah, that's
children?
shitty. Yeah, also they're children, aren't they?
Yowie zowie.
Anyways, no, yeah.
Well, yeah, what an easy boss. Oh, just kidding.
You cut those boobs in half.
Oh no, the boobs healed. That's how boobs work.
I mean, yeah, that's a good thing.
What?
This is like a Drakengard boss. It's just a bunch of like weird futuristic lady stuff.
But
Oh, you think you just?
I think I just probably have to press Y.
I think you're charging into the death laser.
It's literally just slows down and turns into a QTE, but it doesn't tell me which button to press.
Yeah, they're children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sora and Riku are children, yeah.
Stop sexualizing them.
Sora is 15 years old by the time Kingdom Hearts 3 happens. Anyway, you like fun boss fights? We just had one.
Oh wow, that damage just coming constantly from the sky. Sure seems fun. This is Mount Lady, right?
Yes.
That a
Yes.
reference people get.
Kids love people still love My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I remember you told me about the thing they did. At
yes.
some point. I was just like, I'm glad I stopped after season 1.
Yes, the way they handle
This
Endeavor
is a young girl. And voiced
Also-
by a 34-year-old.
Oh, this is Kana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Why
she got thrown in. She got
Also, yeah, that's the weird implication is like the weird camel toe scene and then the boobage. You're sexualizing an actual child.
You see, after the transformation, she could now be considered 18 plus.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Is there a in this new Fire Emblem Engage? Is there a young lolly girl that's a 300-year-old woman trapped in the body of a child?
Or how about an explicitly 15-year-old boy that they groom?
To be
I still say I think
protagonist,
Ricker
Eric.
is the worst of all. I think Ricker is worse than any of the Dragon Girls they've ever had.
Groomed to like the protag.
Or what was the other noble girl, the friend to Marigold or
right.
something? She explicitly grooms him and it's like, when you're older, I'll marry you. I'm like, okay, fuck.
What? You didn't have women promising to marry you when you got old? You became of age? That wasn't.
Listen, betrothing is a thing that is probably best left in the past. Betrothing children with adults is a thing that should definitely be left in the past.
But what if you want the waifu character?
This
People
boss.
should stop fucking kids, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. This boss looks annoying. Brayden?
Speaking of ceaseless discharge,
Yes.
this is ceaseless discharge. Just arm coming down again and again, hit the arm.
Remember how I fought the Statue of Liberty? And
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
like
good
a
game.
cool fight?
When you killed Buddha,
Yeah, when I killed a giant Buddha statue.
I like to think that was just Buddha.
Yes, the Mahatma himself.
What is the state of Asura's Wrath? Like, is there any version of that game you can
Yes,
buy
it's
on
back
modern-
compat on Series S. I have it.
Yeah, but what is the state of the DLC that actually completes the story?
Oh, you mean the DLC I bought
So great.
on the Xbox store for Asura's Wrath?
Okay, so the base game is $20.
I bought it on sale.
all
Right.
the episodes is 7.
I say, don't you abandon this. You're too close.
Oh no. Because here's the thing. The last save point is before the fight with Alchemy Man.
You know, I know that they end Asura's Wrath with a like an epilogue of like all of those characters in modern day Japan and like the story repeating itself or whatever. I hope they never do another Asura's Wrath.
They never will. That game sold like 3 copies.
Great, I'm one of them.
Yeah, I definitely thought that game was fun, but it was definitely a bait and switch with Capcom not doing a, let's say, shitty way of selling that game.
Yep.
But yes, that was every game they made in the early 2010s for some ungodly reason.
You know, what's kind of frustrating is that game, as well as I think Telltale's style of interactive drama, feel like some of the best possible ways you could do a video game of an anime property. I feel like nobody's fucking done them. They just keep making these shitty One Piece games. Or like the Naruto Shippuden and Ninja Storm bullshit.
People like One Piece Odyssey.
Fuck them.
It's a JRPG.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
It's a JRPG.
Oh yeah, but it's One Piece, so I don't. Luffy disgusts me.
You're just like, no God-fearing Christians should ever have arms that stretch that way.
No, it's honestly, it's the weird cartoonish face contrasted with his like hyper muscular ripped body. It's like, I don't like this.
He ate the gum
Pick a thing.
fruit.
Pick a thing.
Okay. I mean, okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
You know who does?
That man's nose is too fucking long. It's gross.
I'm so excited for the Netflix One Piece. It's gonna be so fucking terrible.
After they really nailed it with
Death Note
or Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
I mean,
series.
Here's the deal. Everyone's all like, "Oh my God, Netflix!" It's like there are a lot of Japan-made live-action adaptations of animes, and they're all fucking terrible.
Actually, there is a Rurouni Kenshin movie, live-action. It's totally fine.
But Japan has been doing bad live-action adaptations of animes for literally since the dawn of anime.
Yeah, I've also heard that the Lupin the Third stuff is not.
Oh, the Lupin the Third stuff is different only because they just hired a very well-established crew of, let's say, daytime actors that are willing to ham it up and be in character. And then also, yeah, the Phoenix Wright live-action stuff was fine.
Well, yeah, that's Takashi Miike.
But you could also just, I don't know, watch. Like,
he made Old Boy. And then he made a fucking Phoenix Wright movie.
Scissors.
Takashi Miike has said, sometimes he has said, I make movies that pay the bill, and I make movies that I want to make.
Just imagine being the man who made fucking Old Boy, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make this Gyuukiten Sanbon film. And also, it explicitly takes place in the future. Hey, yeah.
Does not like this boss.
Yeah, so, hey.
You don't like forearms?
So, just a reminder, I played this game in early 2020, right after I had moved back in with my parents. But, let's say in February of that year. So, right before things got weirder. So, I was already not in a great place. And imagine hammering against this for multiple hours straight.
Boom the Alien was not Takashi Miike.
Okay, who am I thinking of? What films?
Wait, so you don't have an Ninpo, right? So you can't get HP back?
I cannot get HP back because I have the super duper Ninpo.
Okay, and so they never ever stop coming? Because this seems fucked. I don't know when you're supposed to have an opportunity to hit her.
Let me just look up live action.
Old one was the
Yeah, it
three
was
dictator
Takeshi
Sean
Miike.
Park.
Oh.
Takeshi Miike is Ichi the Killer Audition. You're thinking of Audition.
Okay, I'm thinking of Audition.
Like, movie where a person is tortured by person and then plot twist. Audition, great.
Daughter fucking the movie.
Ichi the Killer.
Hey.
13 Assassins.
Nothing
I like
matters
that one.
anymore.
You're so close.
Well,
And
here's
then,
the thing.
now Takeshi Miike does a lot of like he did the live action adaptation of JoJo Bizarre's Adventure. He does a lot of live action adaptations of
Braden, do it for your not daughter.
Anime because he wants to pay the bills. But also, yeah, he made fucking Audition.
This does seem like the most fucked thing in any of these games. Like, even if you took away one of these three things, this is still a really hard fight. Like, if she's not trying to slap you, you still have damage coming anywhere, at any time. And these enemies that are all capable of quickly killing you. If you took
Yeah.
away the enemies, you still had slapping and damage that can hit you at any time. And if you took away the enemies, you still have lady slapping you and things that can damage you
That
at
13
any time.
Assassins was good.
It's fun.
But yeah, Takeshi Miike makes like 2 to 3 movies per year. He makes money.
I respect
And then
that.
every
directly.
other year he'll make a movie that he actually gives a shit about.
Okay, I don't think I
Nah.
damaged the arm. I think I literally just have to last long enough to build up the Nimpo, and then
Oh.
I will move to the next stage of this fight.
Okay. Yeah, you're
That
right.
sounds
I saw
awful.
you hitting it. Yeah, that's
That sounds absolutely awful. And the first phase only did like not even 25% of. You're gonna have to.
Well,
do
that
this,
was
like,
just the
4 or
quick
5
time event.
Yeah, no, this is probably one of those things where like the life bar actually
Is lying.
completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
Nate, remember a game that did not have a life bar that just lied to you constantly? It's called Ninja Gaiden.
Okay, so in Final Fantasy XIV, I got to the first expansion.
The award-winning Heavensward?
I think it's very strange that you go from one cutscene in a room where there are certain voice actors, and the next cutscene in the same room, ostensibly seconds later, the entire voice cast has changed.
Yeah,
Sam Riegel is no longer there.
They switched all of the voice cast for the expansions.
It's very strange.
But it's been the same ever since.
Apparently, Gideon Emery is no longer one of the characters either, which is I like that Balthier voice. Anyway, I'm just over here living my big, pink, thick lady life.
If only.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do this pink crystal motif, wouldn't the design of the big booby lady be more in line with that pink motif?
Yeah. What are the whole, like, the sigils on her body for?
It's
Does that
alchemy.
have some sort of...
Alchemy.
Oh, okay. What's the helmet?
She was
It
in
needs
a
to look like a
tube.
weird cherubim shit.
Yeah, she was also in a weird tube before they injected the weird demon juice to make her a mutant monster thing.
This just seems like a Bayonetta fight at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, this seems like a Bayonetta fight. Imagine if you had Witch Time and how much more how much more sense this entire encounter would be. Because every one of these things that's coming to hit you, these projectiles, would give you the chance to freeze time.
Yeah, so it's like some of those late endgame bad Bayonetta 1 fights.
like the people who say Bayonetta 1 is the best one are like technically correct in the like, oh, the dodge off, like the way bosses kind of just randomly block you. And
people who say Bayonetta 1 is the best, people who have not played Bayonetta 2.
No, those people, no. Oh no. Oh no, my friend. People have strong opinions on Bayonetta 2 and how they nerfed dodge offset to make it too easy.
Okay, well, I'm not one of the crazy character action people.
Meanwhile, yeah, because it's something you can organically do in Bayonetta 2, you see, as opposed to in Bayonetta 1, where you basically have to know it exists. Due to the Wii U audience? What?
Oh boy. Look what you did. Look what we did.
You're going to turn me into a monster. Also, here's the other thing, is those other games give you healing items for a reason. Because like one of the things I really like about Ninja Gaiden Black and 2 is you are a glass cannon. You are fucking Cuisinart, you are spinning around, you are murdering things, but also you can get fucked up real bad. And so to counter that, they give you a lot of healing items. Also, enemies drop in blue orbs. Hold it.
Apparently, Unbook Climax was a Bane word.
Yeah, Climax.
No, Climax was. I thought that you set this to light your auto mod.
Oh, at this point, it is light. The way things are going. Because there's still so much of that bar I have to fill up. But if I don't do it now, people are going to give me shit for it endlessly.
If you don't do it now, it means you have to do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's just going to be this part.
Give yourself another 15 minutes.
Oh no, I'm going to keep playing this until it
Brayden,
becomes...
Okay, I was going to say, you don't want to be here at 5 hours then.
Until it becomes readily apparent that I'm starting to, reach a point of diminishing returns, which I think I already am. Remember how well I was doing while playing as Ayane? Yeah. Like, yeah, so like the idea that the game that was ostensibly meant for a more casual audience is actually harder as a result of there's no way to heal mid-battle anymore. Fuck it, we're using the claws. Oh yeah, the claws are fun. There's a reason why the fist weapons in Neo 2 are based on these claws.
The tonfas in the first one also seem extremely similar.
Yeah, just
There's
get
like
up.
Flippy.
This boss
Yeah.
looks terrible. Look at that fucking face. Like that cherub-looking face with the alien head garb.
Yeah, no, this is a fight you do like a third of the way through like the 4th level of the Bayonetta game. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
takes you like a minute and a half.
And it looks like
And it's
Bayonetta 1.
and it's called like Value of Temperance.
Yes.
Called I've Got Daddy Problems. You know what'll be funny is if Drayden decides to quit and then comes back to this and they beat it in their second or first try.
So I
bet
did
that's
that
what he'll
with the
do.
fucking T-Rex. I beat the T-Rex in my second try.
I mean, that's understandable. Like, he's learning
That's
more
how
about it
video
now,
games
but
work.
like his reflexes are dull because he's been doing this for almost 4 hours. I mean, when we came back to SWAT after several months, we proceeded to just wipe the floor with levels that we were getting stuck on previously.
God, the music in this Ninja Gaiden OVA is so fucking good. It's actually... God, this is so good.
So, Brian, how do you see your Ninpo meter? Oh, is that the little tiny, like, brown meter beneath your life?
Yeah. That's my Nimpo meter.
That's not a great meter.
Yeah, and the best part is different Nimpo has different cost. But since this is the I need to use this to fight the boss Nimpo. Stop fucking stun locking me. Like, okay, so I can actually answer that, Joku. So, I mean, if you're gonna get a Series X, you could definitely play Black over Sigma, but obviously you'd have to buy it. And weirdly enough, it hasn't gone on sale since they released this new HD collection. So the biggest difference is Sigma adds a couple levels where you play as Rachel, and it adds a couple like save points and a couple extra items. So it's generally considered pretty like an easier version of that game. It also cuts down some of the puzzles.
Like some stop you from having to wander around that catacombs area beneath the cathedral for like 9
yeah,
years.
which, you know, your mileage may vary on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. You don't have to collect 5 pieces of ore in the lava cave. And also they added the dual swords in Sigma. And they basically play like they do in 2, because those games are being made simultaneously. I mean, that's the thing about Ninja Gaiden 1 specifically, is like, that game is way more well-rounded than people remember. And 2 is very much just a murder funnel, which is fine.
Yeah. That is fine.
Oh yeah, it's... One might
What I'm
say...
there for.
Still one of... It turns out Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden 2, still two of my favorite games. I might play them on a higher difficulty off stream. That's how much I like those games.
Sure.
Oh. Okay.
Enjoy
Sometimes you
yourself,
like to
Brady.
play games for fun. It's a real thing you can do.
I mean, I was played some more Lost Eidolons because I'm finishing up my write-up for that. And you know what? I think I've turned around on that game. I think that game
Really?
is actually a-okay in terms of what it is asking you to do. Also, I think, but also the writing is just like, I've seen this story 1,000 times, done better by other JRPG.
I'm curious. Why are you okay? Have you just come to accept that maybe level design in Fire Emblem games is often bad? So, like, it being bad in a not Fire Emblem game is not a big deal.
I mean, to be fair, the only Fire Emblem games with like A++ level design are like Thracia
Yeah.
and Conquest. Because Conquest is so good. It's also maybe the single dumbest story of any JRPG thing.
No, that's a.
I
There's no
have,
way that's true.
I have played.
Okay.
It's like, you know, when people talk about, like, you know, the usual suspects, like, I feel like one of the later Star Ocean games will always come up, or like Tales of Grace's F is a game I played recently, and boy, the combat in that game is fan-fucking-tastic. Like, incredibly slick. Every time there's a plot beat, characters act and respond in the exact way you expect them to. Every single time.
Yeah, they're archetypes.
Okay, but, like, more so. Like, Asbel is the most Tales protagonist. And also, he's incredibly fun to play.
Is he as fun to play as Jude?
Yes, he's more fun to play than Jude.
Oh, okay, good for them. Because I would have figured they would never have surpassed that.
Graces came out before Zillia.
Oh.
It was a Wii game. And then it came out over here when they brought it to PS3.
Brother. Just assuming that's whenever I see the word brother in caps, I just assume it's an MGS.
I just realized that thanks to the power of the Xbox Series S, I can actually just quick resume this if I don't quit the program.
Yeah. So you don't have to redo the other fight.
You don't need to do this today.
I'm not. How about that?
Good for you, Brady.
How many more tries are you gonna give yourself? Oh, that's
That many.
Okay, that many. Great.
that many. All right, I'll try to finish this tomorrow. I thought I was gonna finish this today.
And then you got to bump your head against some bullshit.
And then I was reminded how much I hate the final boss of this. And
no, thank you.
Wouldn't you people have rather seen me play the Callisto Protocol, you voyeur? Anyway, that'll be all for me. Is anyone streaming this late? Probably just sickos, huh? Also, my voice is starting to go.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. And remember, always use the Falcon Talons. They're fucking rad as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.